the lie that was being told to the public. And now that she has seen the light at the end of the tunnel, she now decides,
I disagree completely. I don't
no,
know.
no, no,
This lady, she
uh-uh.
has never been a form of threat. She's not. She
No,
was never in Nigeria.
I
So what are you
know,
talking
but
about?
listen, I mean, hold on,
She's
Richie.
based in
Please
the
give me a
UK.
second. Richie, you don't know what plays on in people's mind. You don't know why. Not until you talk to her one on one. Let's stop assuming. Not until you interrogate before you know the fact. You don't know the fact. So you need to speak to her, interrogate her, then you know where she's coming from. You can't just assume or
I am
presume.
saying for you to I understand what you say. People can be scared for different reasons, for various reasons, right? But the thing is this:
Okay.
let us make something more reasonable. People giving her the cloud believing in this without confirmation is ridiculous, right? Nobody should believe this that she's correct. People should
Very
force her.
ridiculous.
People should tell her she has made her announcement, right? Which
Mhm.
was not needed. Her announcement should be going to Baba Mohbad,
Verification
to the
should
family.
follow.
That Baba Mohbad, we have a son, we have a child for this family. We have a child for Mohbad for this family. You can go to Baba platform. One, where she said this thing, she can call Baba Mohbad on phone or go to Baba. Right? And when she said this thing, the person that should take that should take lead from there on is Baba Mohbad. Baba should take lead from there. Otherwise, he's a weak man. How will I see my grandchild with evidence? And I'll not be letting the mother to go and be to go and be opening herself there for different abuses, for different questioning, whatever. I would have taken care of everything, done it, and even I can even with that I can even call for family meeting, right? Family meeting, where we will discuss the pass down of inheritance, right? And whoever wants to attend. Who doesn't want to attend, I'll make my final decision. With that child right now, Baba Mohbad, if that child is Mohbad child, Baba has the right to contact Naira Marley and tell Naira Marley to transfer everything that belongs to Mohbad to that child. Nothing will happen, and Baba Mohbad will just stay off. Simple. What else? Then it is up to women. If she belongs to the family, she should go to the head of the family. The head of the family should approve, should acknowledge her as part of the family. And if women
Papiano.
feel like her right is being taken away from her, women will sue Baba Mohbad to court. Then Baba will bring evidence that this is the evidence that this child belongs to the family. Can we see the evidence that your child belongs to this family? Then women will not be
Papiano,
the one after Baba to go and do DNA.
do you know what the lady said? The draination, she said Danamali should give everything to Baba Mohbad. Is the head of the family. She should share for everybody as he wants to
Yes.
share.
Thank you. See, that's she's wrong. She should be fighting for her son. She should be fighting for her son. You know
Why
what
would
it
she
means?
fight for her son if she's sure that the
Abio.
child is from Mohbad?
Thank you very much.
Abio.
She should be
Let
saying
her go
that
and get her
my
DNA done,
son
sir.
is a legitimate son of Mohbad. And
Let her
Naramali
go and do
should be
DNA
calling me
first.
that Naramali let us see in court.
Azu played. Shebi, she's still the same person that said that she shared the same iCloud with Mohbad.
Yes,
And
she
that she
said she
cannot
also
show us
has the
the evidence
iCloud.
of what happened to Mohbad in Mohbad's
You play
house.
the voice. Can you play
Yes,
for us to
she
hear?
said she
Play
has
for
everything.
us to hear now. Is that can you play for us to hear?
Is that
Please play it for us to hear it.
okay?
I want to hear us.
You guys all caption tire. Wanting more features, his facial features, it cannot lose. The way he carry himself, his walk, it cannot lose. That is when you have original. They get original paternity from the family.
So you have to strain your ears if you don't understand
No, it's
patois.
okay. It's okay. They kept the original paternity from the father. Go on,
This one
continue.
like
How
Jamaican patois, like
may I ask
Bob
you,
Marley.
everybody on this
Oscar, is
platform,
that
how
all?
do
Is
you
that
think
all?
this lady? How old do you think this lady is?
Can you
I
please
By
think
the
continue
voice.
now?
she must be older than Mohbad, yeah? Okay, just listen.
You go cry tire. Cry tire. Features.
It's not even
That's
so.
why
This
she
is a
don't want to
platform
go
where
and do DNA. But you don't know.
in an
Because
unserious platform. With all this.
first on DNA confirm. And confirm. So you have to go and confirm yours. Naira Mali. I already
Wait.
tell
She
you.
said she has confirmed hers.
You said
Did I just hear that she has confirmed hers? That woman should go and confirm yours. Take
that's
it back,
what
Lily.
she's saying. Let
Please,
me take it back.
help us tell us what she said there.
Okay.
You guys go cook up. Since last year, I've been saying it. I remember when I said I'm not gonna agree for nobody in 2025. I bought a brand new boots for women neck. Yeah, that boots is still here. Woman, you're here, but you guys go cook caption tire. One thing, more features, his facial features, it cannot lose. The way he carry himself, his walk, it cannot lose. That is when you have original. They get original paternity from the father. You go cry tire. Cry tire. Features. That's why I should have want to go and do DNA. What you gonna do? Because
The fact that she's coming to attack me, she has to this one. I don't believe her. Why she come to attack me? There's no issue with me.
You said,
Come on now. This is Baba. This is I mean, just
Papa,
one
no, you
crazy.
missed that statement again. Esufle, you missed that statement
you
again.
I'll take it back again.
Just tiny bit, tiny bit. Wee
No,
bit.
you heard it. Say it now, Richie. What did she say?
I already tell you. No royalties unless that blood test is 99.999%. Okay. That wasn't mohbad.
How can anybody take this girl serious? How can any one of you take her serious, please? I mean,
You said what?
come on. How can anybody take her serious now? No one should take this lady serious now. It's just a joke. Telling
Is it the first time you are listening to her?
Telling Naramali no one should give royalty. No one should give royalty to that child unless it's 99%. What concerns her concern that child?
Paparano, is this the first time you are listening to Drain Nation?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I've heard that before, but this is the first time. It should be the first time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how.
That's why.
You can speak like a drunkard, like she's drunk. Like
She's always very assertive and very sure of herself. And the way
assertive,
she
like,
fights very...
From what you heard now, tell me what is assertive. From what you heard now, what is assertive?
You said what?
From what you heard now, tell me one thing that makes sense from what she said. From everything she's saying.
What are you saying that...
Tell me one thing that's assertive, that is sensible to you now. I want to hear.
He's saying that nothing should be released to anybody until the DNA is done and confirms. You haven't even... She has just started speaking.
She said that Naramali should not give royalty to Wumi's child unless it shows 99.99%, right?
That's what DNA test is now.
So what concerns her concerns Wumi's child and royalty.
Because she's claiming that she too has a child now.
Why don't she call out Naramali? Hey Naramali, my child is the right hair to mohbad. Okay? And we are ready for everything. We are cooperating with the family. We have done DNA. This child belongs to this family. What concerns her? Why is she bringing herself into another person's problem? Unless she's
I don't
just
know.
a fighter.
I can't answer
She's
for
a
her.
Baba's fighter. She's a Baba's fighter, and they can do anything, any crazy thing, just to show that that they have something to defend their love or whatever. This is for me. This is all a game.
Well, I can't answer for her. That's the truth of the matter. I don't know why she's saying what she's saying.
There's some sensible things that we think.
This lady is sensible. If we have this, it's very simple. Contact will have she too. They will tell you the next thing to do. You don't even need to bring this kind of evidence to TikTok. We're talking about it like in a childish way. No,
Paparano,
this is legal work.
Our experience in this case,
less than 1 week,
even you, Paparano, you are the biggest proponent of nothing should be kept under the carpet. Bring everything out. Say it. Now she's saying it. You are saying why is she saying it?
Is that your definition of bring everything out? Since when? It's a play. Come on.
What I said doing underground, unnecessary secrets is out of point. It's out of the place. Whatever that you do,
if it gives her peace, is she not the one that will be disgraced?
Get my point. Whatever you have done, you should bring it out to brief the public. You have to do the needful first. After doing the needful, then bring it out. So what is the needful that she has done? That's what I was asking. I asked in the beginning, I said, has this girl contacted Baba, who is the head of the family first? Has Baba approved that? And if Baba has approved that, it's very simple. She should be speaking under the auspices of Aloba. When Aloba goes live, like the last time Aloba was live, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, this girl should be there too to make such announcement in this platform. Even from the kind of platform she's making the announcement and the way everything's going, it's like she's dragging Wumi. And Wumi is not interested. Wumi will never answer someone like this. Wumi can only answer Aloba. If she likes, scream, shout it tomorrow, call out Wumi. From Wumi, I will never answer someone like this. Answer you for what? What business do I have with you? I have business with Aloba, the head of the family. If you want to authenticate your child, just my and in fact, if I am Wumi, if she lambasts Wumi child, say anything, Wumi child should take it up against her. I don't have a problem with you. She's putting herself into unnecessary risk. Unnecessary risk. Doesn't have business with Wumi at all.
Paparano, this is somebody that has been on Justice for Mohbad since the beginning and has been making a lot of noise on at least, especially on Bintin's platform. That's why I've only seen her on Bintin's platform. And the aggression that she used to use and fight for this Justice for Mohbad, attacking everybody, you know that you'll be wondering that this woman is a foreigner. How come she's so interested in this case? That's why I was shocked.
No, she's not the only fan that was interested in the case.
Yeah,
No, but she in particular, being a Jamaican with that strong accent and everything, I used to wonder why she was really so interested.
Have you ever engaged assault before? Have you engaged assault before?
Just me is a
Have
host.
you engaged assault
is
before?
an African now. She's from nearby.
Hey, but do you hear Just Me? Just Me is a host.
No.
Ezra Flakes. Do you know Just Me?
Papariano.
Just
You
Me.
know-
Just me and Dre Nation, they're 5 and 6.
Exactly.
Those two, they have been very aggressive about this case.
So does it mean because Just Me is aggressive, she too has a child from Mohbad? No. That's a different empire. That doesn't mean
There's something. No. See,
Interest.
all of
She
us.
has
I'm
interest, she
just
has
as
interest.
surprised. I'm as surprised as you are, because it's only today that we saw this going on, and all of us are trying to deal with it.
Last
But I've
time
told Richie something that I'm not going to bother my brain.
When
about
BT said
any
last
new-
time, the 3 seconds video your is talking about, they have seen it and they are sent to WhatsApp sheet. Where is it today? Do you remember they said so? They all gathered themselves confused. Just they went there mocking at Mohbad's dead body, saying that they had
Even
the 3 seconds.
Bukky Jason said
Whatever.
they sent some
Where
things
is it?
too, and nothing was done.
So
So
please, let's not give those things any relevance or whatever. They are just clout chasers, just trying to make just
okay,
of
so
Mohbad.
so we'll see this kind of thing. We should just ignore it and not even laugh for even the comedy.
Does the right thing, which is the father. Make a family member that belong to Mohbad accept you first. Let anybody from that family accept you first before we will accept you. For me, you are joking until I see if
I don't even think anybody will accept anything right now unless there's a DNA validation. If there's no DNA test done transparently and ascertained and assured and verified by a very, what do you call it? A credible.
We will not do any DNA.
Nobody is going to accept anything.
Let her do her own, bring it, and then when Wumi sees that, Wumi will not be forced to go do her. I've told you it's very simple. She's confident. Let her do it. When she brings it, they will give all the property to her child, and this will make Wumi dispute that okay, you're not the only one that has a child. Me to have a child. Simple. But not that you will come and be.
What if it's even a strategy that is? What if it's a strategy to bring Wumi out to come and do it quickly?
If Wumi will never answer to that, that is a nonsense strategy, very useless strategy, very foolish strategy. You have it.
So are you now saying that Wumi doesn't have a think tank behind her?
As you are talking like this, everywhere they are streaming you to know what the strategy.
We should be asking her to is it Mohbad that is virgin her, like Wumi own, because Wumi said it's Mohbad that is.
Even she talked about the virginity in her talk.
So is it Mohbad that is flower her too?
No, she didn't say Mohbad. She said if Wumi is claiming that Mohbad is virgin, why is she not doing the DNA?
But why is she attacking Wumi? That's what I don't understand.
Because they are rivals now.
No.
You have a child that have a child.
No. It's not needed.
It doesn't work like that.
Women, that's the way women
She should be proud of herself. Focus on your lane. She should be very proud. If you're a true mother, hold on, hang on a second.
Let's say you right now, you in your 20s, okay, and you have a child for Mohbad, right? Just imagine yourself doing this. You're in your 20s and you have a child, but you live America, you live somewhere outside Africa. Don't think it's what you think you will be doing. Something very serious. You have a serious child for Mohbad, that everyone's talking about? Do you think you just sit on any other platform and you just be speaking carelessly like that? Is that how
Of
irresponsible
course
you are?
not. I won't be in this kind of
That's very
situation.
and
irresponsible now.
and
I
and
mean,
and
how would I
now
even
now
appreciate my
now
wife, Mohbad, to have a wife like that? Come
Paparando,
on.
now let me tell you.
Let me tell you something. Without stereotype, without doing any stereotypes, even a lot of Jamaican families are like Mohbad and Wumi's family. You understand? A lot
I,
of
I,
them, a
I
lot
don't even
of
want.
Jamaican families are like that. Am I lying, Richie?
I don't even want to talk down on them, but let's be
I'm
realistic.
not talking about
She's
them. It's
so
not.
no
I'm not
no
doing
no no hold on.
stereotypes.
She's claiming that the child has a very strong resemblance of Mohbad. Yeah, the way she walks, the way he talks, or
The
whatever.
facial
Thank you. We
So
have not
features.
even seen, at
the
least we have
facial
seen Liam,
features.
but
We
we
have
cannot
been
see the
through
infant.
that now.
For me, to be honest with you, right? Parano
If
said it all. You said it all. As a mother, a proud mother, I won't come down so low, right, and announce myself like that. No, no.
Newspaper, straight with
Uh-huh.
confidence.
Honestly, media house
Uh-uh.
interview.
It will go viral. In fact, it will be more serious.
this case has been so relegated to the level that everything is announced on TikTok. That's the
No,
truth
no,
of the
no, no,
matter.
no, no.
Deal with
That is
it.
uncivilized. She's in a civilized country. It's uncivilized for her. If this is the best way for her to
Everything
come
has
and
been, what is civilized about somebody that has a child for Mohbad?
I mean,
Ah,
you put your
Souffle, why
informal.
are you talking
It's
like this?
informal.
We
That's
just said
informal.
Eh?
it.
That's very informal.
I did.
No, because you can only be as big as who you are with. You can't be bigger than who you are with. The fact that you are with Mohbad, you are on Mohbad's level. That's the truth of the matter. If you have a child for Dangote,
she's
you're
seen
on
a lot
Dangote's level.
to the
Leave that
course of
thing.
these 2 years.
Well,
She's seen
let me
a
tell you
lot.
guys.
She should be
Let me tell
approaching
you
the
guys.
family, not even a random person from
The
TikTok
way
and
this thing, the way this
confidence.
thing is going, there will be a very big twist that will shock the whole nation.
That is it.
About
Now we're watching series here, and you people are
yeah.
trying to
So
make it look so serious.
Twist,
It's a series.
not only twist.
Paparano, you better.
Twist.
We're on your movie channel here. We are watching the series. Oh.
Who won't bet? Who won't bet that from now to November this lady will disappear? From now to
I
December,
don't
this
know.
lady
I
will
don't.
disappear.
I don't know. I don't care. If she likes, let her
I
disappear.
can
If
read. You
she
see, their
likes, let her
movement is
stay.
very like
She just
it's
gave you an
somebody who would have
appointment for
wake up and
January
give her
now.
that
She said she wants to surprise you on the birthday. Birthday is in January.
bad day. Which kind of bad day? Mobile bad day that passed, we didn't see her. Talking about next bad day.
Oh, what if
Yes,
person don't go see for?
they will keep
Is
sending
that what
force
if
feed. In
Musa
fact,
don't
that
go
for
see
me,
for
that's
dates?
disrespect to the dead. That's a very big disrespect to the dead. She doesn't live right on to prove it as quick as possible. That's big
n-
disrespect and defamation to the
now
dead.
you're talking. Apparently,
It's
now
a big
you're talking.
mistreatment to Mohbad. It's not even helping Mohbad. Mohbad
It's
is
At
not
struggling
fair.
to
all.
fight for justice
It's
to know
not
whether he
fair.
has a child or whatever. He just come
If
from
that's
nowhere. You
found to
have
be
to.
untrue, that's not fair.
If
Are we
what? If
joking?
what?
If
You
it's
have a
found to be
child.
untrue, that's not fair to Mobad.
That will be really untrue, and that means she's a thief, and she just wants to come
No,
and
no,
use
no.
time and loot
Okay, let me tell
somebody's
you. Let me
If
tell you right now.
listen,
inheritance.
What if right now some people right now are already convinced and they start gifting her because you just feel like she has a child from Mohbad.
No, I think many people made the conditional statement apart from Confida say, oh, Yawomi. Somebody said, if this is true, if this is found to be true, then it is a good thing. Because, I mean, if Mohbad has two children,
Can be
it's
taken up
fine.
against that.
If he has
If
only
we
anybody
all
one
has
said
child,
that. We all
it's
said that
fine.
here
take
as
that
well.
up
Listen,
against her, whatever she is.
If he has two
I
children, it's
personally,
fine.
Are
listen,
He has
I
two.
personally,
we joking?
I will send her a gift.
If it is confirmed, eh?
I'm not talking of TikTok gift now. Send,
Yes,
bang,
now.
I'll send her a gift
Not only you, the
to
whole world.
somewhere to
Not
go and
only you, the whole
collect
world
it.
will see
That's
that
when
the
it is
whole world.
confirmed now.
The whole world will give that child. That child
Ah,
is Mohbad child.
I
She
will
should do like
celebrate
Lizzie
her. I will
Anjorin, build
celebrate
money
that
and
Never.
post
son,
it on social media.
right?
It is fake,
For
fake, fake
me,
stuff.
it will be like a victory for me. I will celebrate that son. I will send her a personal gift in Canada to be delivered at a doorstep of address that is
You
given
know
out
what it
to me.
means to carry Mohbad child right now? It's
But you
gold.
know,
Gold.
it will be really heartwarming for me if Liam is Mohbad's child, because what that child has been through. He has
Ah,
to be
God.
Mohbad's child, I beg you.
The mother is not confident of it now. The mother has shown
But
that
it
that
will
child is
really
safe
be
with
nice if that boy is Mohbad's child, honestly. I'll be
uh,
very happy because that boy has been through so much that the
the
best
mother
thing for him
subject
is
her
to
into
be
that.
for him to be Mohbad's child. And
Make a woman
everybody
can
can
believe that
just
child
they
belongs to
can
God. I
just
won't even
clean the
believe it. Me, I
poor
won't even
boys,
believe
they
it.
can just clean the innocent child's name out of this mess, honestly.
I won't believe it if
Ah,
it's mobile child. Not
you said
asking
what?
so. With the way the mother has behaved around the
Honestly,
I won't
it's the
believe it.
mother that is making the child look.
You like tell me that child belongs to mobile 200 times. I won't believe it. Your
If
mother
you
is
say what?
irresponsible.
If they
If
say
anyone tell me that child belongs to mobile, I won't believe it because the mother is irresponsible. She just
honestly, it's so
they allow
painful.
her child to be subjected under this
To
harsh
be
condition for
subjected
long
to bullying
and
all over the
fighting
place.
against in court to gain what?
Mm.
Ah,
Something you could have even done quietly with your
you
father-in-law.
know, it's very strange because when such a child grow up and eventually pans on this story that's happened,
Mm.
in 2023, 24, 25, maybe he start realizing all those things at 18, 19. He will need a therapy
Honestly.
because it'll be very, very. Hmm,
Even as at now, are you sure the child would not
Wumi
even
is
need
a cause.
therapy?
I will only blame Wumi. I'll blame Wumi
mhm.
also badly.
Honestly, she will be the one now because she's the one that
Yes.
has been with the
It
child.
subjected that son into all of those things.
It's a
Uh-uh.
child that can be full of anger. Believe me.
Do you know that that child may grow up not to trust anybody?
And that
That's what I'm
child will be bullied.
saying.
Whether I like it, I'm a bully or I'm a bully in
That
school.
boy
I'm
will be
a bully
suspicious
everywhere.
of
No,
everything. Ah,
Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó bá
Papa,
tó bá tí mo
some
rọ
people
sọ,
think that it's only what you
wọ́n
tell children that they take. Or everything you are doing, they
Paprano
are watching you.
in child psychology,
Yeah.
he is the one that's going to be a bully if you don't give therapy.
bully like how now. Tí nǹkan kò sẹ́yìnbọ̀ tí o lè bọ́n kò máa lọ gbé
Because
picture jáde.
he'll be angry with anybody. That's what I'm saying. He'll be
Even now,
angry
do
with
you know? Do
anybody.
you know that
As in,
personally, I see him
ọmọ Yorùbá
showing
kò gbọ́dọ̀ bá
traces of
anybody jà,
anger
wọ́n máa lọ gbé ètò ẹ̀
when
jáde
people
fún
try to
ní
play with him and he doesn't know them.
ta ni
Have you
bàbá
seen the
bébì,
way he reacts?
ta ni bàbá bébì.
Even already, that little child, when he sees somebody that is not his friend that he doesn't know too well, is sometimes unfriendly. You can see. Did you see the videos they were showing of him in Tanzania? Maybe he was tired or something, but mostly he was unfriendly. You know,
Yeah,
he
I think
only
that's
plays with his
normal when
mom.
the child goes to
They are
a
putting that boy
strange
through too much
environment.
stress, and they don't know.
No, sometimes every baby behave like that. They can be
No, but
cranky
that particular that
Then
little
everybody
child,
switch to
if they
the other
miss the
account.
siesta.
It says it that he
Everybody
was
switch to the other
that
account.
little
I'm
child
ending
does
the
not
live here.
deserve
Okay,
that. Me,
switch to
I
the
If
don't
they
other
have
miss
account.
the
anything.
siesta, they can be
Somebody calls
cranky.
me,
Everybody
Madam
switch to the other
Alake.
account. I'm ending the live on this account. Switch to the other Paparano account.
Sorry,
Everybody.
Papa, no, hold on. Madam Alake wants to say something to me quickly.
no. I just said the behavior in Tanzania doesn't say anything because the child may be overstimulated. There were so many people around.
Or tired.
Exactly.
Child is
Okay.
Tired.
overstimulated. If any normal human being that's overstimulated will get cranky, whether it's a child or
Okay.
an adult.
Thank
Okay.
you.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Papa, no, are we closing down this place?
No. I'm closing at the other side.
You're going to the other side?
No. I'm closing down the other
No,
side.
he's asking them to come here.
Oh, okay. Because that other side, someone cannot join you. That is the radio
No.
station.
Piano is
That's
sure.
why I came live on both sides so that people can join from this side. Whenever I want to
Oh, okay.
break down things, show out every day. Like today, I came to correct the video very dark man. He was wrong on so many occasions, fighting his own personal battle, and which is not proper. And I carried away by all of those things.
Papa, very dark man has many things he's dealing with. Today he's dealing with
No,
you now.
No.
He's
There's
dealing
games
with
now. We're
Tina
not talking
and
about games. We're doing
Dangote.
very well now. There's games. There's games
no,
here.
I know. And like I
This
said,
is
I don't know
there's
whether
games
you
here.
heard Paparano analyzing
I
some of
heard a
those.
bit. I've been in and out of. I've not
I think
really.
it's nice. It's nice thing that we need to know, honestly speaking, because when you look at the way the
I
story
think
was
what Papariano
presented,
said. I think both Papariano and what's his name, VDM.
mm,
I don't think when the VDM is analyzing, he doesn't have full details. He just
mm,
goes by what he
mm,
knows. So as I heard
mm,
Papariano talking about Tonto Dike, talking about the judge telling her um
mm,
what's his name? Naira Marley and Sam Larry had been detained for 21 days and stuff, and that was already published in the newspaper on the same day. So Papariano's stance was that was already on, available for public glare, in the public glare, and so that
Public
doesn't really
consumption.
mean.
Yeah, it was already the public consumption.
Yeah, it
So
was in the public glare. People could see it in the paper. So it didn't really mean anything. That he was just trying to sort of counter VDM's argument, because VDM was making it look as if she was getting direct information which was not open to the public from the judge, but it was already in the public. That's the only thing I heard. I didn't hear the rest.
No, that's
it's
still
not even
another
an evidence to
one.
no direction. It's not an evidence to any direction. That's the thing. It's not an evidence to any
So
direction.
what he
It's
was
just
saying is, people were
gossip.
in the group
It's just a
chat.
gossip. Totally cool.
He said people were in the group chat planning and conniving to disrupt justice for Mohbad. That's what he's trying to. That's his argument. But
Yeah.
he hasn't read everything. He's just picking things. We've not seen everything. He's read everything and it's come to say, okay,
Yeah, let him read everything, then form the opinion.
He hasn't.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that. Alake, look at the story.
Another thing I saw, Papariano, you contradicted yourself earlier on. You said that, okay, like what you just said it now. Oh, it's just
Why can't I type? Did you block me?
No.
I can't. I'm trying to respond to Gabby. Sorry to cut in. We're saying because of life settings, I can't.
Okay, let me see.
Maybe
I
you
don't
said something you weren't meant to say.
Even apparently your gift button is muted. Did you do
Somebody
that?
should try to gift me. Let me see. Somebody should try to give me rose. Somebody gift me
No,
rose.
it doesn't allow me.
Yeah,
I chatted
it's not
you.
responding.
You said what?
Gift is suspended in this life.
No, I'm not gifting. I'm trying to
I
respond
know.
to
I'm
Gabby.
just saying. I'm just saying maybe you could fix that at the same time.
Just you guys just continue. Maybe it's
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so what I
continue.
was saying, I said Papariano contradicted himself earlier on when he was analyzing VDM's video. He said, okay, that there's nothing. He cannot say there was a conspiracy to obstruct justice because there's nothing there to show there's a conspiracy. Yeah, that is just mere gossip. Mere gossip. And then in the same vein, he's saying Iyabo should be sued for defamation because of
Now
what
that's against Baba. He
hang
mentioned
on a
that.
minute, hang on, let me finish.
Yeah.
He said that oh gosh, that Iyabo called Baba a bastard. You're isolating the word that she used. You're just isolating that. You're not looking at it in context. You're saying Baba should be suing her for defamation when you already said everything said in that chat was just gossip. It was gossip, so it doesn't amount to a conspiracy to obstruct justice. But now you're isolating those particular words. That Baba is a bastard. She should be sued for defamation. The court,
But that's not obstruction.
hang
That's not
on,
obstruction.
Richie.
This wait, man, it's not-
Papariano, don't
not
you
your
think
conversation.
if that we had this argument before about that being defamation? When I said no, I don't believe it's defamation. You read all the elements of defamation. I agreed that all the elements of defamation you stated are correct. They can be said to be present in this case, but how will the courts view it? The courts will just view it as mere insults.
Thank you.
Do
very
you
much.
understand? So what
Thank
you
you very
said about conspiracy, that it can't be viewed as a conspiracy to obstruct justice. The same way the courts will look at the words that Iyabo used on Baba as mere insults, which does not amount to defamation in the eyes of the court. Do you understand? The fact that all the elements are present does not mean the court will rule that that's defamatory.
What do you know the law of cyber crime 2015 section 24?
I don't know any section Nigerian law, but what I'm saying, you read it to me.
Yeah, what
That's
that law
the
is
law.
cyber stalking.
That's the latest
So
one.
arrested
Whatever
for
you
Papariano
say.
for
But hang on a minute, Azuflex. The that law says whatever you say. If
That law will catch you very
insult somebody on cyber, give cyber insult or whatever, it's 5 years imprisonment or whatever. Yeah. Now, this was a group chat. It was not on Facebook. She didn't come out on Facebook to say, Baba, you're a bastard. She didn't come to TikTok to say, Baba, you're a bastard. She said it in a group chat, which was leaked. Whoever leaked that group chat has contravened that cyber act crime, whatever section, the new law that is out. Whoever exposed that chat is the one that has contravened that law.
Okay.
Okay?
Actually, what happened? What happened is that she did defame Baba. True or false?
I don't believe that. I would say it's
What
mere
is
insult.
what is defamation?
You already stated it. It was a statement made, in the published in the made
To
in the
harm
public
someone's reputation. Yeah.
to harm
Okay,
someone's
that's
reputation. Okay,
yeah.
how does that harm
Yeah.
Baba's reputation?
Malicious
Hang on,
misrepresentation of your
please, let me
character.
finish. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
how is that defamation? So if I come out, if I say me and you were having an argument and that's Paparano, you shut up, you're a thief. Is that defamation?
yes, that's derogatory. That's harmful to me.
That's derogatory, but how will the courts look at it? You have to
So that's
apply
something
this
that, see,
context.
do you get my point? I said him suing Iyabo Ojo, we kind of put Iyabo Ojo in a position to apologize. Because there's
Yes.
no way. No, that's what I'm saying. There's no way such case is being petitioned to the police that they will not tell Iyabo Ojo to apologize. Do you agree, true or false?
Do
Yes.
you know that Iyabo Ojo and
Which is a
Lizzie,
good thing. Which is a good thing for him to have Iyabo
Okay, what
apologize.
if Iyabo Ojo puts her foot down and says, I'm not going to apologize because I do not believe this is defamatory to Baba? What if she
Then
says that?
no,
Then the person
I don't think it's reasonable. I don't think
you
it's
won't win
reasonable
that
for
one.
any
No.
anybody.
Wait. She can. I mean, if I say that, if that happens to me, I can put my foot down and say, why am I apologizing? It's the way I felt about him at the time. It was just an insult, and I'm not going to apologize. The
You have
next
to
So
prove that he's
what
a
did he
bastard.
do to you? They will now ask you. They will now ask you, what did he do to you that warrant such insult? What did he do to you?
Wait. Okay. She's not happy that he's asking for DNA. She's on Wumi's side. Obviously, people on Wumi's side are abusing
What
Baba.
concerns her concerns
Wait
DNA.
now.
Is she part of the
People on
family?
Baba's side are abusing Wumi, and she's saying this in a group chat of maybe 10 people. It's not like she's come on social media to say Baba
Why
is
does
a
she have to qualify him, call him a bastard?
Wait, I can say anything about you in a group chat, Capariano. I can say, don't
You
mind
cannot
how
say
you
anything about me to a third party.
What about? Oh, no, I can. If I'm
Don't
talking
forget the law says third
see,
party. As long as there's
don't
third
read.
party
You are
involved,
reading the
that's
law.
a risk.
You are reading the law in. You're being very rigid. Look at you.
I'm
Go
giving
to
you the
court.
right interpretation.
No,
The
no,
law
no.
the law can be flexible.
Okay,
They
the
said
courts
it says third
interpret the
party.
law, Papariano. The courts interpret the law. That's what they do. So when you go to court, you could say, okay, I believe that you've come to this section of the law. I'm taking you to
They
court.
know
Fine, take
they
me to
only want
court.
to defend
Let me
defamation.
say my own side of it, and then the court judge, be the judge. They will interpret it. There's so many cases in defamation where the courts have ruled that, listen, this is mere insult. This is just vulgar words.
So is insult allowed in the Nigerian law?
And okay, so they'll be catching everybody and insulting everybody on the street.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you'll be meant to apologize. They will give you opportunity to go
It's just
resolve
going
it.
to be a
If you
barrage.
insist,
It's not going to be
if
a
you
barrage
insist that you will not do it, you'll be punished. You'll be given a service. It's community
Which
community
that,
service,
no,
fine,
it
or
doesn't
whatever.
work like that. It doesn't work like that. Do you have courtroom experience, Papariano? Do you have courtroom experience?
Why won't I have? Don't I even watch?
Do you have courtroom
Have you been sued before? Have you been to
No,
court?
have you even
Papiano?
represented, even if
So
it's
like, I
a
mean,
Mackenzie
what does that mean? Why will I be sued? Why
Have you
Papiano,
sued anybody before?
Papariano, you've not been sued.
So I have to be
You're
sued
Have
to
you
know what is
sued?
obtainable.
Papariano, wait now. You are reading the law. You're interpreting it by yourself.
I am reading past cases now. I'm reading
Wait,
past cases.
have you ever
Nah.
had a courtroom experience? That's my question.
Okay,
Yes or
can
no?
I ask a question? Where do you get your knowledge of the law from? It's not through past cases. Do you have to be, for example, now, how do you know that the person that murdered
How are
is sentenced to
precedent
death?
sets? How are precedent sets?
Thank you. Me too. Precedent set comes from case laws.
How do they set precedence?
It comes from case laws now, like past
No.
cases, past
Wait,
cases
it
that
is
have been
precedent. Okay,
that has
case
been
laws wait.
duplicated.
A case law will become a precedent, yeah, if you go to the higher courts and there's nothing else coming against it, and it's a rule, it
And
becomes
there's a
law.
ruling.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a
Exactly.
minute. So now, I asked you, how are precedents set? Is it not because you've gone to the court to argue and you've convinced the judge to make that a case law? Is that not why
I do
precedents are
not
set?
I per se do not
So
necessarily need to
now,
go to court. I do not
I
necessarily
can
need to go to court.
the courts can depart from a case law. Do you know that? They can depart from a case law and say, okay, this is a new argument. We understand. Why do you think some case laws?
You said the court can do what? The court can do what?
They can depart from a case law.
Not
If
when the situation
if new
is
arguments,
identical.
no, you don't
Not
have
when
to
the
do
situation is
it.
identical.
Papariano, you
If it's
do not have
unique,
courtroom
if it's
Sorry,
experience.
unique,
Mrs.
you
Alake,
can
hold
depart.
on.
You do not have courtroom
Please,
experience.
let me
That's
ask
what I'm
Paparano a
saying.
question. Paparano, when people
Wait,
go
wait,
to the
don't let
university
that
to
point go
study,
away. If
let
the
me,
case, well, please don't let that point go away. If the case is identical, they cannot depart. But if the case is unique, a different case, they can depart.
They can
Of
depart
course, it's
from
not
it.
the same
I
judgment.
understand what you are saying. If it's the same fact, if the facts are similar, they can still depart from it based on new arguments. It depends on how you are able to argue and depart from
There
that
is
case.
more tendency.
can I ask
There's
a
more
question as
tendency
Why
that
do you think is
they
there
will
why do
resort
you think
to the
some case
precedents.
laws
There's high tendency of them resorting to the
why do you
precedents.
think some case laws come out and then they render the old case law useless? Why?
In what case? Can you give one example?
I can't give you an example at the top of my head now, but the
So
story
you don't know,
Can
it
I
doesn't
ask?
exist now.
I'm not here researching. I didn't see. It's not like I'm preparing for a case.
It's
So
not possible. No, it's not possible. You have to prove that it's
it is
possible.
possible. Papariano, they depart from cases.
Explain one. How is that possible? Give me one case, one example before that you've witnessed or you've
I
read
don't have it
anywhere.
at the top of my head. I'm not researching. I'm not preparing for a case right
I
now.
want to
And
ask
I've not prepared.
Paparano a
But what I'm
question.
telling you is what happens in courts when
Give me an example now. I don't
now,
believe it.
I'm
Can you
giving
prove to me that
if
it's
you can
happening?
depart from it, the judges can decide to depart from a case law.
I don't believe
Let
so.
me go and do
I
my
think
research. I will look for
that would
cases
be
for you and I'll
injustice.
come back. Don't
That would be
worry. I'll
Okay.
injustice.
look for cases and I'll come back. I don't have any cases at the top of my head right
I
now.
will appreciate that
Wait,
if you can bring.
Okay. Paparano,
Yes.
you to go and
Paparano,
go you to go and do your
on a
research.
lighter note, why do people go to law school after going through university to study law? Why do they have to go to a law school?
Maybe they want to practice now. If you want to practice in that profession,
Pardon?
Go to law
you want to
school to get
practice.
training, to get
That's to
actual
practice now, so that
advocacy
you can
training.
further practice in that
But
profession.
why do they
It
go
is
to
one
law
thing to
school?
Why
obtain
do they
degree,
go to law school?
People go
another
to
thing to
law
have the
to decide
ethics to
not
be
to
able to
practice.
practice.
So when
Okay.
they go to law school, what
So,
do they learn there? Papariano. It's not see when you read the law, you read the constitution, what you're being taught in uni, when you study law, when you do your
the
LLB law,
application,
is
That's
different
the
from what you
practice.
be
The
taught in law
practice.
school. It's how
The
you apply
practice.
it, how
the
you're able to
application
argue your
of the
case.
law.
Advocacy, different subjects, you have core
You know,
modules that you
every
have,
profession has ethics.
exactly, and then you have to still go
Exactly.
for
So you going through
training
the
where
ethics
you
is just
get
like the
proper
manner, how
coaching
you carry yourself
experience.
as a lawyer, how you portray yourself, how you defend your client. I mean, the different way you can try to bend the law, all of those things to suit your
Paparano,
client.
why I asked you that question
Mm.
is the same reason why people, when when they finish studying medicine, they do what they call housemanship. Do you get? So
So,
sometimes we can have the knowledge of a particular course, but when it comes to the application of it, because the application can be a bit tricky, you still also need to
Very
learn the application.
technical. It's not just sticking
yeah,
to
that
the
is why. That is where
It's
I
not
mean,
just garbage in,
because
it's
it's
garbage
very
sticking to
out.
the
easy.
When it
legislation.
That
comes
is
to the
The
where.
legislation is
application,
the
Have you ever
starting
seen
point.
two professionals arguing on a subject?
yeah,
Yes,
So
lawyers are
yeah.
the only thing they have to do, is to
So I
provide some
did.
workflow, some
So
workout,
I did a bit
is to
of business
provide.
law.
Papariano,
See,
wait.
that's something.
Papariano,
We all have
I'm going
we
to
all have
employ
different
you
potentials
to
in
come and
understanding.
defend me one day.
You
I will
understand?
employ
The
you
fact
to
that
come
you
and
even
defend
practice
me in
law,
court.
or maybe you went to training, does not mean you win every cases.
No,
Sometimes an
definitely,
ordinary defendant will defend
No.
themselves. Sometimes
definitely not.
get this point. Sometimes an ordinary defendant right? Suspect will defend himself and will defeat a trained lawyer.
Definitely, that happens a lot.
So why are you making it look
That
like you have to
happens.
be trained
No,
to have
no,
all the
no. What
wisdom?
I'm trying to say to you,
No, I mean Ezeflix.
Papadiano, can I explain something
What
to
did you
you?
say to me? What did you say
Wait,
to me?
wait,
Sorry,
everything.
Alake
I am
70.
saying
Please
in
hold on. You
essence,
said
I
you
am
said the
saying in
fact that
essence
you studied
that
law.
sometimes a suspect, right, can
Yeah.
stand and defend himself and even defeat a trained lawyer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why then what's the essence of being trained?
Yes,
You
that
cannot
is
be
No.
defeated.
What do
possible,
you
but
mean?
not
What's the
in all
essence of being
cases.
trained?
That
Are you
and
If I'm
saying
making
that
it look
Papariano,
the
let
like
me
because
explain
somebody
profession
is
is
trained, the person is
Wait,
ultimate, he knows everything.
Papariano,
You
let me
shouldn't
now
argue
explain
with it.
something to you. Let me
And that's
explain
all.
something to you. Let me explain something to you. The underlying objective, yeah, of the court is fairness and justice, yeah. So when
yeah.
you go to court without a professional, without a lawyer representing you, and you're there
Mm-hmm.
representing yourself, they
Yourself.
are more lenient towards you. They give you guidance as well.
You're what?
Correct.
They give you guidance. The courts will
Mm-hmm.
guide you because
Ezeflix,
you
wait, let
have
me one
to be
speaking.
fair.
Let me hear.
You have to maintain a balance because they
You said
know
what?
No, I said, please let me hear her. Like it's like you're coming to our conversation.
No, no, no. I'm listening too.
Okay.
Yeah, what I'm saying, Papariano, is
Mhm.
a layman can go to the court and defend himself and win, yeah, in a clear court case. But when it's a very tricky or technical case, you need a
What
lawyer.
do you call tricky or technical case?
There's so many cases that can be tricky and technical. I'm not going to
Give me an
start saying
example.
you keep asking for examples. There are some tricky and
Now
technical
that's how you
cases.
know. If I know that if you know your thing, you give me a cite me an example. Me, when I
No, no,
speak,
no,
I
I don't know.
cite your
Yeah, I don't
example.
have
You know, I know what I'm
examples that
saying.
I do
Everything
not
I've
have.
always made mention of about law, I
Listen,
always bring some kind of
don't
example.
ask
That's
me
Okay,
for
true.
examples.
Paparano,
It's
can I
just too
ask
much
you
for
another
me.
question? Why do they say
Ask
the
me
law
any
is an
question.
ass? Why do they say the
It's,
law is an ass?
Ask in
what
what
I'm even
ways?
trying to say is, if you're
Wait,
a
wait, wait,
What
layman,
are you
Alake,
asking?
let
What do you
him
want to gain by
respond.
that? I mean,
Okay, so because you are talking about cases are won sometimes based on technicalities, and
sure.
a layman cannot win a case based on technicalities. It's only a trained lawyer, a
exactly.
practicing one, that can win. And that
What?
is
No, no,
why
no. That's not
sometimes
correct. That is
something
not
looks,
correct.
wait now,
That is
that is
very
why
wrong.
something looks so obviously wrong, but because of the knowledge and the technicalities involved, you lose that case.
That is very wrong.
Or you win the,
A
or
layman
you lose a case
can
that you are
defeat a
supposed to
stand.
win. Listen,
A
you lose a
layman
case
can
that to a
defeat a
layman
senior
you are
advocate.
supposed to win.
That's very
Wait
wrong.
now,
A
Paparano, wait
layman can
now.
me Papayano,
Paparano,
for example,
listen now.
let's say
We're
a
all
lawyer is
learning,
accusing
we're all learning
a
from
lawyer is
ourselves.
accusing me. Let's say a lawyer is accusing me of what I didn't do. Okay, and I have a recorded video somewhere which I know I didn't do it, and they are trying to force on me that I did it, and I bring my evidence. My lord, I didn't do it. This is the
That's a
evidence.
clear court case. There's not technicalities to
We are
that.
talking about technicalities.
That's a
Law is
clear
very
court
wide.
case.
So mention the technicality. Give me the case now. Let us see. Mention
That's
just
why
forge
I'm
any
Okay,
case.
saying
let me
that.
give you a scenario. I don't even.
Okay,
I
Give
go
me a
can't
on.
even.
scenario.
There's so
Mm.
many. I don't want to start.
Start it now. If you start it,
I
you will
don't
see.
want to
You will.
start
Me, I
saying
will defend
cases
myself.
that
Bring
can
any case. Bring any lawyer. I will defend
hold
myself.
on,
Bring any
Papariano.
case
Anybody
and have
can
me in one box and have
listen.
the trained lawyer in the other box. Is it
Listen.
not the same English
Anybody.
we speak? It's not the same brain
Listen.
we have.
So, anybody can defend themselves anywhere. It is.
Let
Are
them
you
make the
going
case.
to win? Are you
You want
going
to do
to
magic.
be able?
And so
Is
bring
the
the
court?
case on now. You okay? Just bring
Wait.
one case. You me and you.
Okay.
Let
Say
us defend each other. I will
for
defend myself.
instance.
You will be
Let me even.
surprised.
Let me think deeply about this.
Please think. Please, I beg think. I beg think. And anybody start that is here as a lawyer, please come up. Mention any case and against me, and you will defeat me because of technicality.
Papariano,
You know, go
you
better
are.
for technicality.
Paparano,
You see, there are so many things you don't understand.
you make me laugh sometimes.
It is well.
How can you
There's
say
so many
bring any barrister
For
bring
up?
any
whatever I did
barrister
not
will
do,
do. It
forget that
depends
thing. For
on the
whatever I did not
case
do,
and
I'll
the
make it clear.
technicalities of the
Unless there's
case.
any element, if there's any element of me doing that thing, right? You see, in court, right? If I must confess that I did something, it has to be it has to be beyond reasonable doubt. The judge itself is not stupid. The judge will she has the understanding of what is incriminating.
Of course,
You
if you
know,
didn't do something, wait. If
she's
you
not just
didn't
gonna
do
say because the other guy is speaking the best
wait,
English, okay?
Papariano, no,
It's
no,
just
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
because of English language
That's it.
and
We
then
are
punish
talking
the other
about a
person.
clear court case where you didn't
There will be
Law
evidence.
that
can be funny,
yes, she's
oh.
acting
Paparano, law can be
No,
funny.
injustice of
Ezuflake,
justice.
there's no way. If you didn't do something, What Papayano is stating a clear-cut case where he's been accused of what he did not do. And he
That's
has
a straightforward
wait
case
now.
now.
Let's finish now. And it has evidence that to show like a video evidence that that is very straightforward. No judge will say you did it when there's clear evidence that this your video, I was not there. This is the person that did it. It wasn't even me. I was just walking past. Do you understand? That's a clear-cut case.
So you give me one particular case now that you think
I will think
that,
about it. I have to
yes,
think about it.
and you will never find it. So you will never find it. I give you 1
How will
hour.
I
You will
not
never
find
find it. 1 hour. You will never find it.
I will find it. Don't worry. I will think about it. Don't worry.
There's something you don't know, right? Just because probably somebody has a degree in law and then went further to practice, it all depends on what I also have a degree in.
It's not even
Right.
about having it. It's
I
not
may be a
about
professional doctor. I may be a mathematician. I may be a scientist who also know how to use logic. It's all the use of logic. Go up, come down, you will see logic there. Unless I don't have a good logic. If I have a good logic,
Papayano, can I say something, please? Do you know that until recently, media evidence was not admissible in court?
Media evidence in what way?
Yeah, like all these videos and audio recordings and everything was not admissible.
So what is the technicality there? Form your case, I beg. I want to listen to your case. What does this mean?
Are you talking about Nigeria or
Nigeria now? I said before now.
Okay.
They've only just started admitting it, and so a lot of cases were even lost based on the fact that the evidence they had was not admissible in court.
So, give me a case now.
So even though they were innocent,
you guys like theory,
could not prove their innocence beyond reasonable doubt because the evidence they had was not admissible in court.
Mention one case. That's why. See, the fact that the court says you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt with a supporting evidence. The burden is on you who is to prove. You have a lot of burden stress to prove me wrong. Me, I will just make sure I stay in the corner. You have to have something against me, not just mere words. I'll put you in that corner where you must have to have something against me. So try to craft me a random case that you think that I will be stupid, I will be there, and you will say I did something, I will say yes, I did it. Am I stupid?
How would you say you did something
even
now?
Even if I do it right,
even a murderer that was caught in the night in his hand like this, killing somebody will still say I'm not guilty.
You are talking about a clear-cut case where somebody is accusing you of something you didn't do. Obviously, you stand on if you have evidence. Obviously,
name me your own case. Name me one case that is technical. Every case is technical.
The technicalities. What I'm talking about when I'm talking about technicalities is when people are trying to say say for instance, you're in court and the other maybe the prosecutor or the other party is trying to using a case law which you're trying to say does not should not be used in this case, that does not apply to you. And say for instance,
give me a case.
Wait, I don't have it at the top of my mind. I know England and Wales case is not in Nigeria, but let me finish what I'm saying. So now, in that case, you read the judgment. Maybe in the judgment, the judge in that ruling used words like must, or no, not even must. Maybe used the words like I suggest, should, and then you're trying to rely on that case. I can argue that, listen, he's just a suggestion and he hasn't used the word must, so you cannot use that against me here. Those are the technicalities I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a clear-cut case where...
This cannot convict anybody now. How does the magistrate or the judge, just for such words that is not even evidential in nature and convict somebody?
We are talking about interpretations. Interpretations is what we're talking about. Interpretations.
So then she will misunderstand me. For her to award you, to award the justice in your favor, it means she has to misinterpret. She has to misunderstand me in the first place, because she should be able to understand we both.
I hear you.
What I did not do.
You win. Let's leave it. We don't.
It's very simple. I want to know a case that me as someone who is intelligent, I'll be before a lawyer and the son will say something I did not do. And she will find one way to tell me that I did it when I'm not crazy. She has two heads for being a lawyer.
Wait now, not two heads.
Madam Alake, you win this argument.
Let me finish what I wanted to say. with Papariano's legal
You
note.
won't win because Apareno has no
Whenever I
mindset.
speak to you guys,
You're not even
whenever I
letting
speak to you
somebody
guys,
talk.
I always bring my evidence, but you guys don't. You never bring evidence.
Because you're always prepared to come on the
Okay,
show.
Paparano, I can tell you
We
for a
were not
fact
prepared to come on
that
the show. Me, I was just
Okay,
scrolling past.
I
many
give you guys
cases,
7 days. I
many
give you guys
cases,
7 days
Only 7 days.
to bring.
I
I
have
give you
my
guys
date.
7 days. 7 days to bring any case where you can defeat me in front of any court, just by technicality.
any
7
case
days.
how that
I
I
don't
should bring a
understand.
case to come
That
and
me, an
argue it with
ordinary
you?
person, I cannot defend myself in front of the sun just because
We're
it's a
not
sun.
saying you cannot. You can. We're not saying
I
No.
you
will
cannot.
defeat him as long as I'm innocent. As long as I'm
Paparano,
innocent. See, the only way technicality can defeat me is if I'm not innocent. I don't care, I will lose it. But if I'm innocent,
Paparano, do you know that there's so many people in prison today because they couldn't prove their case beyond reasonable doubt? They are
there are some
actually innocent,
there are some
but they are
corruption involved.
jailed. We just heard
Check it
about
very well.
a man in America that was jailed for 30
Superman
something
can
years,
defend himself
There
only
anyway.
are so
for
many
them to
black
later
Americans
When there are
discover
what they
technicalities,
didn't do.
that
when
he
it's
was
very complex
innocent.
and technical, he will deal with it. It's fine.
What
We're
about the guy
talking
in
about
America?
There are so many
interpretations,
black
not
Americans in jail for what they didn't do.
obviously.
That's corruption, not because
Do
they
you
corrupted.
also know that even back in Nigeria, do you know that most of the electoral cases are lost and won based on technicalities of
Corruption is based
inability
on
to
corruption
prove
most time. Most time it's based on
inability to
corruption.
prove
Look at
beyond
the case.
reasonable
Look
doubt
at
that the
OJ
elections were
Simpson's
rigged.
case. OJ Simpson won based on technicalities. His lawyer
Technicalities, and
was
he
very
later
good with
went
his
to jail
words.
based on technicalities again because the family now sued him.
So,
No, now
all
he
this
did
one
it
you're
because he
saying,
did it. Now, if you didn't do it, if you
But
did
he
not
did
do
it
it,
and he was free the first time now.
he was free the first
He
time.
was
that's
free the
once.
first time. He won on
That's why
technicalities
I said
because they
that,
couldn't
right?
prove it.
It means you fault the investigation. And the investigation should be at fault for me because it is through investigation. If the investigator does the right investigation, it's through investigation that evidence will emerge.
Investigation pointed
Don't tell
directly
me.
at
Look
him.
at
But in
my
court, he
argument to you
won.
guys this evening. I argued. I said this is my argument. I said that a layman can defeat a trained lawyer or a
We
son.
agree. Nobody is
We
saying no
agreed
to
on that
that.
now for a straightforward
And
case.
you are
For a
telling me if it's
straightforward case.
technical.
For a
And when
For
you
a
say
straightforward
it's
case.
straightforward
technical,
case. Not for a
then
complex
no,
case.
that's when you say straightforward, I said yes. And now said now me and now add that even in a technical case, as long as he's innocent, he will defeat his son.
Don't say that.
And yeah, that's why I have issues with him.
Let's
If
So
let's
it's
bring me a
if it's
case.
a technical case, you cannot be
So bring me
too
a case
sure.
where I am innocent
Do you
and
know
it's
do you know do you
technical.
know why? Paparano, do you know why in a technical case you cannot be absolutely sure?
Ọlọ́run mo ṣe o.
Do you
Kò
know what?
sẹ́bílẹ̀sì pé mo ṣe ọbẹ̀ fìyà jẹ mí.
Do you know what? A technical case can be very tricky. And a different
Doesn't
angle can be
understand.
brought into it that will nail you. So you got to be very careful.
Papa
Sometimes you
Yago,
are so sure of yourself. I
there are
didn't know
some
it. I didn't
cases
know
Try
it.
to
that
craft
Papa
craft
Yago,
one
there
case
are
for
some
me.
cases that they will find fault even
Don't.
in your own evidence. And you will be looking at it like this, that you'll be confused in the courtroom.
You'll be
You'll be
overwhelmed,
confused.
overgasted.
They will look at you.
Okay, can we do this way? Can we say, okay, in a technical case, it can go both ways. Sometimes a layman can win, sometimes a son can win.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
that's
depends
what
on
it is
the
now.
it depends on the individuals. It depends on who
No,
is
it's
that
not even
layman.
about
Because
individuals. It's
that
the
layman,
argument.
may be a logical scientist that doesn't have
It
Yes.
to
is
handle.
it is your
Understand me?
argument and
We
the
agree.
law that you use to back up your argument that will make the difference.
No, the person will use logic. The person will use
Even
Do you
logic.
if he doesn't,
understand?
even if he doesn't know any law to back up
Yeah.
his case, he may still win. If he's
I know, that's what I'm saying. That in a straightforward case, you can win.
You don't
Even
let
in a
people talk, sir.
technical case, you can still
Please.
win.
You don't let people finish talking. You please let me finish
Okay.
talking.
No. I can't hear
Let
you
me
clearly.
finish.
I
Let
didn't
me.
know you were still talking.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the truth.
Sorry.
I can't hear you.
Sorry.
Go
Okay.
on.
Sorry. What I was saying is, this is why I don't like people butting in. I don't forget again. What I was going to say is, mo ti gbàgbé.
You know, you wanted to say that even in a technical case, somebody that doesn't have,
Even yes, what I was going to say is, You said if they have case laws to back. I said even in a technical case, as long if you're a layman, you're not necessarily expected to have case laws and legislations. If you have a very, very valid argument, you're able to counter argue the other side. You can win because the court will understand. You know, what I said initially was the underlying objective of the courts is justice and fairness. What
Yeah.
they do when they see that you're a layman, you don't have a legal representative, and you are coming up against maybe a lawyer, what the courts do is they are very lenient with you and they give you guidance and they sort of help you interpret what you're trying to say. And you know, when I say give you guidance, maybe what you're trying to argue. So you're trying to argue a case. If there's a case law they know about, they can say, okay, they'll help you with that case law. So they'll
Yeah.
give you guidance. It's what I'm so it's possible you can win. But
As
what
long
Papa
as they are
Yaro
in for
is saying,
justice.
as long as you have a very valid
Well,
argument and you've laid it out logically, you understand, then
yeah.
you can, even without case laws, even without, but you know they would guide you. But if you, so that's what I'm trying to say, that it's possible to win. But when it's very, very complex and technical, even the court will advise you. They'll probably adjourn and
Get a
because
lawyer.
they don't want to make a ruling, so they're not unfair. They will now advise you to get a legal representative and come back. It's happened to me hundreds of
Even
times.
if you don't
That's
have
why I
the
was saying to
means.
Papariano, he doesn't have courtroom experience. That's why he's saying, I will go there. Yes, you can go there and defend yourself. Nobody say you can't. You have the right to.
It
In
depends
fact,
the case. It
even
depends the case, though. It depends the case. It
Papariano,
depends
even
the
if the
case.
court, even if the
Cases
court
are
says
different.
we are giving you a lawyer, you have the right to say no. I don't want a lawyer. I want to defend. And then the judge will state it out clearly in the case that they offered you a representative, you declined, so you can't come back and say they were unfair.
Yeah.
Do you
So
understand?
that's it. It depends the case. It depends the case. There are different cases.
But I know, Papa, you with your
That's
agidi.
if you craft. I say if you craft a
I know,
case,
Papa,
if you can
But
craft a
Paparano,
case,
do you know that? Do you know that
the case will determine.
when a case is kind of tricky, even the court will advise you to get a lawyer,
yeah.
Yeah, but
even
it
if
all
you
depends
choose
on
to
the
represent
individual too.
yourself.
It depends on the individual too. If he knows he has a good argument and he can, why not?
Anyway,
It's
Paparano,
not
you
always
know
on one side. That's what I'm telling
you
you.
like to
You
you
making
like
it look
to
like it's
believe.
always on one side. I said
No,
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 it's
no.
not
I'm
always
not
on
saying
one
that.
side.
See, in here we have you see what you can even bring your friend to represent you. If your
Okay.
friend is not
Imagine that you
knowledgeable
put me
with
against
you.
Anshitu. Imagine that you put
Wait,
me against Anshitu.
wait, Papariano. Assuming now with your own knowledge now, I'm a lay person. I have a case in court. I can't afford a lawyer. You now say, like, let's go, Jare. I'll defend you. The court will ask me who is representing me. I'll say I don't have anybody, but my we call
No
it
legal
Mackenzie. We
representation.
call it Mackenzie friend here. Yeah, you'll be a Mackenzie friend. You're not a legal representative, but you have a
We have
little
a lawyer in
knowledge.
the house. Please come up. Come and give us a scenario. Let me bring the
Give us a
lawyer.
scenario.
Yes, please come up. I'll appreciate that. Any lawyer, a barrister, a son, if you can bring any scenario, I've invited him. If you can bring any scenario which me, a layman, which I'll be defeated in court, I mean, I'm ready. Please give us a scenario.
Good morning.
Welcome, brother. How are you?
What I wanted to say is that assuming like me and someone have a fight, so and I like told my friend about it that this person fuck up and I won't treat the person fuck up. So and I asked you that okay, Papa, I know, please go and beat this person. Mistakenly, when you are beating the person just die. It's mistakenly, and you got arrested. And actually, I told you that okay, you just beat this person. I don't even ask you to kill it. How will you defend yourself
That's
in court?
manslaughter
That
now.
I committed a crime now. I will
Manslaughter.
first of all, I will explain what actually happened.
Papariano.
That's
The
what
thing
they
is,
call a
Papariano,
wombo.
they call it oblique
That's
intention.
manslaughter. That's
Papariano,
negligent. Involuntary manslaughter.
it's called oblique intention, right?
Involuntary manslaughter.
When you don't have the intention to buy and
Exactly.
it happens, it's called
The person
oblique.
died in my action. That's involuntary manslaughter. I didn't want to
You
kill
know,
him.
when the elements of a crime, you have actors' reals, that is the act, and you have mens rea, which is the intention. Now, when you have the intention, you've premeditated everything, I'm going to kill, and you do it. That's you having an intention, which now means that you've committed a crime. Yeah, you've committed murder. But in this
they're
case,
all crimes. They're all crimes, but they are
wait
different degrees.
now, it's a crime. It's murder and manslaughter. I'm trying to explain to him. So in this case, in this scenario that you've painted now, he didn't have the intention to buy. Yeah, but it
Yes.
happened. So it's called oblique intention. He didn't have that intention, right? So it's oblique. So that is what is that's what the court will rule that he has committed manslaughter and not murder.
I'll be
Okay?
sentenced for that. His
So
5
the
years, 3 years,
sentencing
4
will
years.
be less than murder because he did not have the intention. It wasn't premeditated.
And
But
it also
how about
depends.
the person that asked
What I'm being
the person
charged
to
for. What
beat
am
the
I being
person up?
charged for?
Manslaughter.
No, I mean the police. Sometimes police will exaggerate it.
Yeah, the police may decide to charge you for murder, but then you go to court and argue that please, you know how you know how to argue and state the
Exactly.
legislation. You will now say this section blah 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 says blah blah blah. I did not have the
313.
intention. This is what happened.
What about the
I
guy
will
that
commit
told you
it
to go and beat the person?
The guy that told you to go and beat
A
the person. So if
misunderstanding. I did not
Uh,
intend to fire him.
That the
Like
guy now
I
beat
didn't
the
do anything
person
so
to
hard.
death. You know, he's saying that he sent somebody to go and
I sent somebody, yeah.
yeah. So you that sent somebody, are you an accessory to the manslaughter now?
So
yes,
I will cover
yes,
you now. I will say you sent
yes.
me.
You
Eh,
still be
so if I
liable.
cover you, how will you defend yourself?
Why would I defend myself? I committed a crime. Telling to defend myself.
If
I said,
the person that said they should go and buy the other person says I never said
we
so,
two
and
of
there's
us
no
we are going in
evidence,
for it. We will stand. Both of
and
us are
there's no
going.
evidence of it, Inko,
Uh-huh. So that man will walk free. The
Which
person
man
that
will
said
walk free?
go
it's
and beat
not even
someone.
so much technical, because he's going to say, well, I never
He's got
intended
what
to
against his own now.
especially if
No.
Papariano never even knew the
I will rope
person.
him in.
Maybe if they even never had the relationship, there would be no intention. If they never had the relationship, he never knew him, he just went and,
Second degree manslaughter.
So that
I'll
would
just
be,
go for 5 years. I will come back after 5 years.
you may even come out and
He
tell
too
yes,
is
I'll
coming
find
with
you.
me. I'll make sure he comes with me. I'll do everything to make sure he comes with me.
You may even come out if you have a good
Beyond
plea.
reasonable doubts.
If you have a good plea, please, I'm the breadwinner of my family.
No,
My
because
wife
first
had a
of all, the
baby.
person that
Please,
beat somebody is not the person that was offended. The person that sent him on errand was the man that was offended. So there's no way you're going to come out of it. You will still go down. Do you understand? You that sent somebody, you're the one that
Yeah, it will be simple for you, to be softer on you if you
it will be straightforward
plead
now
guilty.
to catch you.
To plead
yeah, if you
guilty.
plead guilty, the courts are usually more lenient when you plead guilty because then you're not wasting their time. All the judges go for sentencing because you pleaded
Just give
guilty.
you
Then
pa.
belongs arguments, and then you give your own plea. If you have a good plea, you may even
Lawyer work
find
is a very easy work. It's a
Plead,
very
you
easy
plead for
work.
leniency.
Very easy. It's very easy. As a lawyer, you're not bound to to free your clients
the lawyers are
like
not
it's
the
up
ones
to the judge.
sentencing
You make your argument. It's up to the judge to decide.
exactly.
Yeah.
But if you are used to courtroom practices, you will know how to sway the judge.
Okay, for example, now Sanshit was in the court. Well, how did he?
I beg, forget about Sanchitu. That one is not doing anything good.
That one has script now.
He's not doing anything. He knows what to do, but it's just not. I think it's
That one
deliberately.
is script.
How can a whole stand not know what to do? He knows what to do. He's deliberately not doing it.
We now know now.
Imagine I wake up one day, there's somebody sue me. I just check. I see the name of person who sue me.
That's Sanchitu.
Don't be too sure. You might
What are
go.
you saying?
He is
I
surprised.
lose everything I have in my life to fight them. Social media, everything.
Let me tell you something, Paparano. A lawyer that loses a case today is the same lawyer that will win another case tomorrow. You understand? A lawyer does not lose every case. They win some, they lose some.
They lose exactly.
So you can't say
Even the
because this
best
lawyer
lawyers,
lost the case
even
yesterday,
the
he will
best
lose
lawyer
every
can
case.
lose a case against Papariano. Papariano can go there defend. It's just little mistakes and oversights that make people lose cases.
That's it. That's the technicalities we're talking
Yes,
about.
the lawyer may just
That angle you are not looking at, that's little
yes.
loophole that you are not even paying attention to, is what they will come and amplify on you. And before you know it, you just see yourself going down. You'll be like, what? How did I miss this?
That's why I said that if justice is
That's why the law is an ass.
if justice is to be
Paparano,
served, there is
the
no
law can mess
there
you
is
up.
no partiality with courts. every court, they endeavors to make sure that they do not send an innocent person to prison. They will try their
Yes.
possible
Yeah.
best. They will
Yeah.
give all their listening
They say
ability.
the court,
It's now
there's
up
a
to you
saying
to,
that
to
says they
try
would
your
rather
best,
free
especially
10,
if you are
they would
innocent.
free 10, they rather, the court, the saying says they would rather free 10 guilty people than send an innocent person to jail.
Yeah.
The police will even tell you that they will better allow 100 people to go scot-free than to arrest
Do you
and
know
send an innocent person to jail.
one of the mistakes that people make is that because you think that you haven't committed any offense, you forget that maybe there have been some shades of negligence or shades of oversight here and
Are
there.
you saying whether Paparano is being petitioned? Is that what you're saying?
You say what?
Are you saying whether maybe I'm being petitioned for what are for my activities?
No, 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 no. We're just having
I'm
a
not the
general
one. I'm
discussion
not the
now.
one
Preparing
the one
your
Nothing
that has
petition.
specific.
changed.
I'm preparing your petition, Papariano.
Peperano, do you know? Do you
It
know
will
what?
end on
If
the
me,
bed.
if I want to petition you, I know 10 things I can use to
So
petition
many
you,
things to petition Papariano. So
and
many.
you'll be down. You yourself will be saying, "Ah, this one is wicked."
Make up one case. Let us have it as a case study. Just
Papariano
make
will
up
go
one.
to court and
If
hands
I
up
give
and
you
say
a
I'm
list of
guilty.
things
I'm
I can
sorry.
petition you
Just
for
make up
right
one
here
case
now.
against Wumi, against Baba, any of them. Let's just come. Let's just play with it. Mention one case against Wumi, Baba,
Okay, we
any of
want to
them.
do some kind of role play.
Me,
Yeah, let's play foul play. Just mention, just let's play rough
Not
play.
foul
Just
play,
mention
role play.
pro
Not foul
play.
play, role play.
a
It's
rough
not
play.
foul play. It's
A rough
called
play, so
role
rough
play.
play.
I
Oh
beg
yeah,
you.
oh yeah, set up a scenario, Isoflakes.
I'm trying to
You
think.
cannot.
Of Papariano's
You will
activities.
crack your brain.
Me, I
You will
don't want to
crack your
talk
brain.
because I know what to say, but I don't want to.
Mention one now, please. Is it that will make you
Okay,
bad?
okay, I'll defer to you, Alake. You say you have one right away.
No, no, I
Bring
said
it
I don't
on.
want to state anything. I don't want Wala.
Paparano,
But I'll be
I
here
know
to
what
speak
to
to it.
say.
Whatever you say, I'll be here
But
to.
In turn,
but the way I know you, Paparano,
in turn, you will be shocked that you were
no,
part of everything.
Paparano, I know what to
I will
say.
have a
I
day
know
too on
at
you.
least 10 things I can list for you on the tip
To
of
be
my
honest,
fingers.
Papariano can be sued for defamation for a lot of things he has said against Baba and probably other people. But
Yeah.
he has a defense. He would always have a defense.
Yeah.
So, and he's already
Mention
said
one
it.
case, just one
Wait,
against
he's already
anybody.
said it. Him calling
Against
Baba useless.
anybody.
Him calling Baba useless, which
That
I
cannot defend that.
wait. Him calling Baba
Unless
useless.
corruption will be done.
Him calling Baba useless, which I do not like at all. But he has a defense and he said this.
It's
He
about
said,
useful. It's
well,
not useful now.
that's what I'm saying. That's your defense. That's well, I only stated my opinion because he has not been useful so far. So the opposite was, but the court will just
It's a
give you a
fact,
slap.
and it's a
Wait,
factual
but
statement.
the court will give you a slap on the wrist and tell you that's an insult.
How would you even take such case serious? Right from the police, it will be caution. There will be cautionary measure with the police, unless it's a civil case. And a civil case, maybe they may not even entertain it.
First of all, because he's saying all these things on social media, it won't really carry much weight if he's taken to court because the court will only advise Baba to stay away from his platform and
No,
not listen to what he's saying and
cybercrime,
block him.
cyberbullying, cyber this, cyber that.
Now that the
The
Cyberbullying
court,
Act has been
it's in
enacted in
the
Nigeria,
UK. They will tell Baba to stay off social media. In
yes, they'll tell Baba,
Nigeria, it's
but
a
in
crime.
Nigeria, with the new law that they've just enacted, if you try this thing and you are sued, Paparano, you'll be in jail for 2 years.
No,
That's
see, you people are just taking it
let's
verbatim. So,
see
because the law says that he will
with
still go to
corruption.
court
No,
and
it's
defend
a long
himself
list
With
now.
of
corruption, you
activities,
can pay
oh,
money
it's not
today and get
law.
people locked up in Nigeria,
Do
and
you
that
know
is
that
it.
they made sure that they put every detail of what is likely to happen under the law, so that if you escape it on clause 1, clause 2 will catch
Who
you,
tell you
number
that they
4
just
will
enacted
catch you.
one law, one cyber law?
Do you
Who
know
told
that
you
one
that?
of the reasons, by my own
That's why
assessment,
that
one of the reasons why that
2025.
law came out quickly, remember that the Senate president was defamed by Gistlover one time like that.
When was
Also,
that?
the lady. And the
The
lady as
the
well.
Senate president, the Gistlover,
Let me even tell you, they even
and even
reduced the law.
all
They
this thing that
reduced it.
VDM is doing too.
Netflix. They
Hmm?
reduced the law. President Bola
You
Ahmed
mean the,
Tinubu, March
you mean the
last year,
sentence?
made an amendment, right?
To
An amendment act 2024 of the previous cybercrime 2015 section 24, which was so harsh to the point
yeah.
that if you even annoy somebody, insult them without using social media, they can take that against you, cyber stalking, right? But right now, some certain sections and subsections of that 24 is being removed. It's only maybe one or two that is left, and even that one or two, we have Serap and other organizations who are taking that case up against against Nigeria, okay, through ECOWAS, that they
Yeah,
want, because
because you
ECOWAS
see,
was the
the
one
way they
What
will,
they are
that
the
saying
way
is
made
they
they will
shouldn't make
operate
it
that
a
law in
crime.
Nigeria,
What they are saying is
they will
they
shut
should
people
make
up.
it illegal and not a crime.
They will shut people up.
You say what? What are you saying?
what you're saying about Sarah. What they're campaigning about is to make it civil and not.
Not a criminal law.
Mm.
Because
Exactly.
the way they want to make
Being
it a
criminal law
criminal, they will
is
just be
like,
jailing people
it's
anyhow.
infringing, it's oppressive.
Yes, it is very, and they know what they do. Why would you say even if you insult
It's
somebody?
the politicians that want to use it to shut people up because they're not performing and they don't want people
Yeah,
calling
but
them
the
out.
thing is, people will still. Everybody has the right to a fair trial. They'll still go to court and
Yeah, but when you
plead
get
the
to court,
case,
they
isn't
have
it?
the court now because
Yeah.
they are the ones that approve
So
the
you
court,
can, and
the
that's why I
judgment.
said the legislation is there, but the courts are there to interpret it. That's why they says judges make the law sometimes because the legislation is there, but then the judge can interpret it and say no, 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 this is not, and then that is how we have case laws. So the
That's where the
legislation is there as
application
the
comes
first
in.
point. So they will now say, okay, you've contravened section blah 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 of the cyber crime act. So that is the first point. So they're going to prosecute you based on that. And then you go there, you make state your arguments, and the judges will interpret and say, actually, no, this is not, and then that it becomes a case law for them. They would interpret that law and probably say, okay, blah, this is not an insult, this should not be an insult or whatever, and it becomes a case law.
Yeah, but I think
People,
I
people
think
have
the
a right
nice
to a fair
it would be
trial.
nice to see the first set of cases that they will apply this thing on.
And the
Now that
character of the individual too
and
matters.
the
Sometimes your
ones that
character is
the
suspect.
ones that will be
They look
made
at it in
public so that we
context.
really know
Why did
how
you
they
say
are.
this?
That's why I said, that's why I said that if Imam carry that case, right, that Iyabojo case, Iyabojo will end up apologizing. Like you said, if you're before a judge, okay, and you have said something ridiculous to people, derogatory, and you're still saying you didn't perceive it, you didn't feel it. But do you mind? Do you understand this is harming somebody? Do you know this is harmful to somebody?
No, it's
Like,
okay. I
and you
apologize.
tell the judge that you don't
If it
care.
has
You
made you
don't
feel
care
that
about
way.
it. What?
Okay,
Paparano,
I
don't even go
apologize.
far to Iyabo Ojo. See, Iyabo Ojo and Liz Anjorin, they carried each other to the court. The judge told both of them to apologize to each other and leave her court.
Because they
Uh-huh.
both, you know
After
what? You know why?
after staging so many shows and insulting each other's
Ezuflex,
great 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 grandfathers,
that is the case.
they
Because they
took
both,
videos. They
you
took
know why that is the case? Because they both
yeah.
abuse each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Jory was abusing and Iyabojo kept quiet throughout. She would
Yes,
have
and didn't even call her name. Now she's calling her name because they lost the
both
case.
abusing each other, so there's no case now.
It's proportional.
In Papariano's case now, when he goes to court and Baba says you said I was useless, Papariano too will say, you sang against me now.
You called me Bale Ori Afefe. Baba will say, did I mention your name?
Baba will say,
Then
no. But you know in such cases,
Paparano will
you
now
don't
have to
have to.
prove to the world that if the person he's referring to is not Joseph Olubamiwo, I mean whatever, I love her.
Exactly, I'll say.
You have to prove that one because Baba would say, I did not say Paparano. I don't even know whether your real name is
You
Paparano.
even know what? Anyone who wants to even make an addiction, they must go bring they must
You
go
don't
bring
have
the
to
full video,
mention
the full live stream. They must be my live stream for hours, for 10 hours.
Papariano. In this kind of case, you can't say if you say you didn't. You don't have to mention his name as long as.
Paparano calls his full name when he's talking.
Wait. Baba, in Baba's case, he doesn't have to mention Papariano's name as
Okay.
Bale Ori
Ori
Afefe.
Afefe.
As long as that name, him calling that name, everybody that hears it recognizes that he's talking about Papariano. That's all Papariano needs to do.
With his oxtail and
The investigation they will do by then, they will just go around like who is being referred to in this song. They will just ask you.
Exactly. Everybody will know that he's referring to Papariano.
yes. But Baba can still deny it because he'll say he didn't mention Papariano.
No,
and it's known as
everybody knows
paparazzi
there's
that people are
something.
just
Innuendo,
As
like
assuming.
long as
the
if you
innuendo, what is felt, the innuendos,
I
mm,
know.
what people
Uh,
perceive out of it, because those ones now they're gonna be, it's
if
gonna
Baba
just
has a,
because Ezuflakes, because after that song, everybody started calling Paparia Nubali Ori Afefe.
yeah.
So that's
You
the
and I
cut
was
the
first.
very
song.
hurt. I was very, very
Yes.
hot.
You cut
Uncomfortable. I
yourself
couldn't sleep.
now.
I couldn't sleep and eat for
For
days.
days,
See my body
Papariano
right
could
now.
not show himself
I
on
became
camera.
slim. I became slim.
In fact, Babarano threw the crown and the rukere, threw everything away and started wearing his.
For days, he could not show himself on camera. He was so shy. He was so intimidated. He lost confidence. He couldn't sleep.
In fact, I even lost some jobs. I
It
lost
messed
some
up.
jobs
It
in that
messed
moment.
up
I
with his
lost my
mental health.
jobs.
He messed up his mental health.
His mental health was all over the place. So
Oh my God.
he needs
My
justice.
blood pressure raised, and they can bear me witness videos of me testing myself online, everything.
As Bale.
Valerie Afefe.
Bale Ori Afefe.
I like for I
Ah,
like
but
for
that Baba has Lamba too.
Baba,
Baba
you know
has
Mohbad
Lamba.
got that number from Baba now because when you
Honestly.
listen to some of
And
Mohbad's
I like his
lyrics,
songs though. I like his music, honestly. I
Baba's
like
music.
yeah, I like his songs, but it's just that these songs, it's
No,
just
these songs,
Have
he
you seen
doesn't
that
need it as a
doesn't
personal.
make
Patakupa? Do you love that Patakupa one too?
no, I just like the
That's
way
the
it
same one
sounds.
that you
I'm
did
not
for you
saying
now.
it should be
You are
abusing
inside
people.
that Patakupa one now.
Yeah, that's the
Igewedu,
Patakupa
Patakupa, and
one.
Valerie Afefe,
Bale Ori
all of you.
Afefe and
He packed all of
Ijewedu.
you into one EP.
Ijewedu.
He packed all of them into one EP. You, Yomi, and Olori.
The man has Lamba.
Catch
God,
yourself.
mad his mouth.
He
Now,
dished it out. He dished it out like Yabo. He gave you people caption.
a lot of these things,
Take your own.
it will feel the consequence of these things
He said you
few
should
years.
pass the dish around the table.
That
Take your
was a
own and
mistake. He
pass
shouldn't
on.
have done all of that. That was a mistake.
Like when
No,
the
it was
consequence
just
start
some
coming,
bad
you just don't
advisors that
regret
made him
it.
do it as well.
Yeah. I'm
Because
sure he probably would sit down and probably think, oh, why did I do this?
that one was a mistake he shouldn't have made.
Shouldn't have done it.
It's okay. Paparano has been easy on him. He didn't talk about him tonight. He talked about VDM and
Thank God. Oh.
I don't know why. Whenever I go hard on VDM, people, I don't allow other people to go hard on VDM. When I like people, I believe that I'm the only one who can even go hard on them. I don't believe someone else. If in front of me you want to do it, I won't let you do it.
no, see, let me tell you something. I don't have a problem with critical analysis or constructive criticism, as they put it. But you see, it has to really sound like constructive.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to sound derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to sound dismissive. It should be constructive. So when you're looking at it,
Accommodating.
you
Yes,
you
accommodating.
want it. You want to bring out
You want to help the
the.
person
You want to
improve
help the person bring out the
the best
the
of them.
So because nobody is perfect and there's nobody that is infallible, anybody can make mistakes. But if you look at the intention, I see that okay, maybe this person wants to help really, but he's not taking in all the details of this case to be able to do the right analysis, or maybe there are some gaps here and there. You can bring out those gaps and encourage the person to do a more in-depth investigation before coming out with all those analyses so that it will help. Like the first time he came out with the issue of maternal DNA,
Yeah.
and he saw that a lot of people
But
raised
he had
issues
a
with it.
point. He
He
had a
went
point.
back. No, he had a point. He went back and repackaged his
Did his
analysis and
research
came
and
back
came
with
back.
clarification.
Yeah.
Do you
No,
get?
no, he was wrong. He
So
came out
in
with
that
correction.
case,
He didn't want to accept that he was wrong.
no. See,
No,
let me tell you
he was,
something. It wasn't wrong
the way
actually. I
people
have
talk,
not left that space.
the way they
It wasn't
articulate
wrong.
themselves
You cannot determine somebody's paternity without the
with the mother,
contribution of
with
the
the dad.
father of a man.
It's
It,
wrong.
it is
Again,
called
it's wrong.
paternity. It's
It's wrong.
DNA.
No, no,
It's
no, no,
called
no.
You
It's
know why?
paternity.
They want to,
It's wrong.
see, they're not trying to establish a relationship. with
They are trying
Mohbad's
to
mother. They're
determine
trying to
paternity.
establish that that boy is actually Aloba. Aloba is Baba. Do you understand?
Ah,
Not Mama. So if Mama, what if Mama had Mohbad for another man?
the two of them have to be, Baba and Mama must be involved in
Yes,
that.
but Baba especially. Baba
Yes.
especially.
What if Mama had Mohbad for
Are you
somebody
asking me the
else?
question?
No, what? Not even that.
No,
My
no.
own position on
I said
that
VDM was wrong.
paternity is
I said
that
VDM was
if you are
wrong.
using Mama, what if the child belongs to Darosha
Exactly.
or JJ Abi Gboyega,
But
Mama's
what if
other
Mama had
brother?
Mohbad for another man?
It could be Gboyega or Darosha. Those are Mama's brothers. The
Yeah.
DNA will still show that Mama has a relationship with the child.
With the child, yes.
So that's the issue for me. So it has to
Okay,
be Baba,
no.
Adura,
Please wait. No, no,
or
please wait, please wait,
Mohbad.
please wait, please wait, please wait.
Even
Baba has a
Adura. What
brother
if
called Dayo,
Adura is
right?
not
Baba has a brother called
Baba's
Dayo.
child?
You said
Baba has
what?
a brother called Dayo, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But how
So,
are we sure that's the blood brother? Or
mm,
just not one
No,
family
that's
friend?
not his blood brother. Baba is
That's
an
not his
only
blood
son.
brother.
Oh, he only has sisters. Oh, Baba only has sisters. He's the only son in the Aloba family of Ikere. That Dayo maybe
now,
is a
now
distant
look at it, look at
relation
it, look at it,
That
right?
one is maybe family friend.
When talking about
or even
paternity
family
fraud,
friend. Yes.
this is where VDM becomes wrong. When talking
Okay.
about paternity fraud, we are trying to establish who can give us 99.999% assurance, which
No.
nobody can. Okay,
If that is not available,
The
which rule
father
out
can.
here, which rule
there are
out.
other variables now.
No, no, no,
The
please wait,
father
no, no, please
can
wait,
know
no, no, please
Ariano
wait, please wait, please wait, please
99.9.
wait, please wait, please wait, please wait, please wait.
Go on
Now,
now.
the the argument of paternity fraud can be kicked out, it can be ruled out because there is no such variable that will give us exactly 99.999%. Okay, so we have circled that out. Now, can we have a high degree, can we have a significant level of accuracy, maybe up to 99% or 90% or 80% from any of the relative to show an indication that Mohbad belonged to that family? Because Mohbad, right, having 99% from Aloba's DNA cross-checking does not still guarantee that that child is actually Mohbad. The child can still be Adura because the same Y chromosome that is coming from Baba Mohbad went to Adura, went to Mohbad. So
Yeah.
if you use Aloba to do it against that child, you're going to get 90 to 99% accuracy. You can never get 99.999%. That is only from the actual father. If you use the mother of Mohbad, right, you can get between 75% to 95% accuracy, which no other woman in the whole world will give Liam that significant amount unless Liam is from that family, which is also an indication. So whatever you get from any other person, aside from 99.99%, is only an indication, which will now open you, which will now make you not to only depend on that individual, you now need to also trust other individuals. So you will get
Okay. But
inconclusive whether about Mohbad or Yamubad. But if you
no.
bring all the families together, you will get more accurate result.
Papariano, let me ask you a
I
question.
don't agree with you.
Wait,
Sorry.
Ezufix. Papariano, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Mm.
So, if they test Mama Mohbad against Liam, yeah, and she gives 90%, does that mean Mohbad belongs to Baba? Or Liam comes from Baba?
No.
Does that make Liam and Aloba
Please look at the
100%?
argument here. Please wait, please wait.
Wait, let's
Please
talk.
wait,
You're
please,
talking about the mother.
please get something, please. I want to ask you a question. Is your elder sister child your child?
No, how can my elder
Then-
sister's child be account?
Exactly. So now, is Aloba's child Mohbad's child?
Yes.
What are you saying? Is Aloba's child Mohbad's child?
Mohbad is an Aloba.
I'm not talking about the name, please. If we're talking about paternity fraud,
Are
you're
you
talking
talking
about
about
the
Baba?
exact father.
Are you talking about Baba? Are you saying it's Baba's child?
You are talking about the family lineage, right? We are talking about the actual father
You know what
of
they
the
are looking
child.
for is who is the father. That's why they need the
Yes,
paternity.
so to get the actual father of that child, it is only mohbad sample that can give you the actual father of that child. Every other thing
Okay,
is an
so
indication.
Baba Mohbad
okay, so
sample will
Paparano,
tell you that
Paparano, in the absence of Mohbad, if it is established that
Mohbad
Mohbad
is
belongs
Baba's
to
son. Yes.
Joseph Aloba and Adura belongs to Joseph Aloba, the sample of Baba Mohbad or Adura will indicate that Liam is a child of Aloba.
No. See the test we have to go
His
like. Let's say,
DNA
for
will be
example,
compatible with one of them
okay, let's do this way. Let's do this
or
way.
any of
Let's
the
say
two.
let's do this
But
way.
the
Let's say
fact
mohbad
that,
is
wait,
absent.
let me land first, please. But the fact that Liam's DNA is compatible with Mama Mohbad is inconclusive. But you can actually conclude if you do the DNA with any of the men because of the Y chromosomes that has been donated from the men to that child.
Okay,
Because the
now
boy child you are trying to do now,
thank you very much. So now, I
a
can see
mother
that
alone cannot do it.
if let's say Baba Mohbad is used for DNA against the
Yeah,
child, okay, and
yeah,
Mama Mohbad is used for DNA against the
yeah,
child, the both of them at best will give indication. No one will
yeah.
actually tell you whether Mohbad is the exact father of that child. They
None.
will all give you different accuracy, right? Which you now, you will still need to go further test. Whether you use Baba or use Mama, you will still need to go further test to go and see that, okay, there's no tendency that this child belongs to Adura. Because Baba Mohbad can give 99%, and when they use Adura, Adura may give 99.99%. What would you say?
Yeah, that's a
That
valid
child's not Mohbad, it's Adura.
that's a valid point.
It is.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is that if
So
any of
that's
the
the BDM was
Alobans,
saying. BDM was
if
saying that
any,
you cannot use the
if there's,
maternity. If you can't use the
if,
maternity, you can't use the paternity. They will
no,
both give you
maternity is
incomplete.
different from paternity. Paternity from Adura or Baba or Mohbad is established that that child is Aloba. Is more conclusive than using Mama alone.
Can't
That's
just
what I'm
use
saying. If you
Mama.
use any
Can't
of the
just use
men,
Mama.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
and there's
question.
an
Right.
indication that that boy has any percentage at all.
No, you can't just use Mama and say
If you use only Mama, you cannot. It's
it's not
inconclusive.
concrete exactly.
But if you use any of the men and there is indication, then that child belongs to to
Okay.
Mohbad.
Let me ask you. Can Mama and Adura be used? Both of them.
Yes.
Mama,
And
no, if Adura belongs to
If
Baba,
they use Mama and
Adura must have done the DNA to
Adura
show
must
that
have some
Baba is
compatibility with the child too. It can't just be based on Mama having high
no,
this
but
thing.
what if Mama had
okay, I want to ask a question. What if
wait, if
Mohbad
Mama
is the
had Adura
father?
for another
What if
man,
Mohbad?
Abi?
What if Mohbad? See, wait,
Okay.
I will see case. She be now see case.
No
Now,
problem. Go ahead.
what if Mohbad is a son to Abosede, to her mother, but not the son of the father? Does it mean that child? Does it mean that child? Let's say that child belongs to Mohbad, and Mohbad is not a biological son of Aloba, but is a son of Abosede. So, are you saying that if they use like the sample of the mother and it give us an indication, and that of the father did not give us, are you saying that child doesn't belong to Mohbad? There's a high chance in that case then.
See, see. There's an indication that the DNA of Mohbad has already been done with Baba.
Leave that in, leave that in. He has to bring the result.
No problem. Let them bring the result. But I
I
see.
mean, he will take the
Anyhow
result.
you do that DNA, because DNA of Mohbad is available. You see, the fact that they've done autopsy on Mohbad, they would have done his DNA already.
I don't
Yep.
believe that. They can't even go get
They
Mohbad
would have
sample.
done his DNA. You
Why?
don't exhume
They've
it. You
not given
don't
them
do
the permission.
autopsy.
When did they apply to the court to go take something out of Mohbad body? It's illegal. They can only visit Mohbad.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
when they
Even
did
when they
the
are doing that
when they did
autopsy, they would
the
have done his
toxicology,
DNA.
Baba never
It's part
said
of the
DNA.
process. They might
No,
not
no,
show
no.
it
part
in
of
the
the
result that they are
Papariano,
showing us.
Papariano, they would do Mohbad's
He
DNA
will
They will
because
never
do
you
the
give
know,
it.
mobile
He will never
wait,
DNA.
give it to him. They will never
Mrs.
release the
Fix, you
Mohbad.
know,
It's
they will
confidential.
do his DNA. You know why the court to do his DNA? They want to establish who died.
Who
Because
died? You have to
if
No, they
establish
will
his
never give
DNA.
such result to the father. That's what I'm telling you. They will never. It's
why?
investigation. It's investigation. They will never give it to
Why
him.
would they not say, oh, we've done DNA,
If he wants to know whether it's a paternity, right?
Paparano,
They
Paparano. The fact that Mohbad
they
was
play, they
buried.
play, they play.
No,
Nigeria.
Paparano,
So they're playing the
Paparano,
DNA on Mohbad.
Paparano. You may not believe this, but I know you like research. After doing this discussion tonight, you may not agree. Do your research. When they are doing autopsy, they also carry out DNA. They have to establish who the deceased is first.
Sure now,
Yeah.
but that's the case
And
now. I'm not
they
fighting against that.
establish it with any member of his family, either with Adura, Blessing, or Baba. They will establish
Okay.
the
Okay. No, no,
identity of that Mohbad,
no, please,
that exhumed body.
please, no, no, please, please.
They,
What
Paparano,
you
go and
do,
do your
wait, now, no,
research.
no, please, wait. Let me tell you what I know. This is knowledge now. Okay, you're not the only one that knows what you're saying. I got your
I am
point.
not the only one.
When
Now
the
that's why I
police
said
find
do
any dead
research.
body in an autopsy process, it is very important that they carry out a DNA test on that individual. One for
It's part of the
identification,
process.
right? Please wait. Carry out DNA for that individual for identification, right? Now, that does not mean, because the whole essence of identifying that individual, where does he belong, where is his family, whatever, is to know who has legal rights over him. So if Joseph Aloba already have proofs of legal rights over Mohbad, their DNA does not necessarily need to match in order for them to see him as the father of Mohbad. So you get that one is another medical procedure. As long as he can prove that he's a legal father of Mohbad, I mean, DNA is not really necessary. But let me somebody born in the fire and there's confusion that, okay, I can't identify whether it's my person or it's not my person, okay, then they may have more reason to want to match their DNA. Okay, well, we have done DNA on them. Okay, let's see, you come. This one match with you. Yeah, this person is your son. I mean, but in this particular case, is there any reasonable cause to even doubt whether it's a father when everybody's already saying it, right? Nobody has come to dispute that they are the second father of Mohbad.
No, Mama Mohbad
So,
said, Mama
Paparano.
Mohbad said, Baba is not Mohbad's dad now.
That's not
no,
even
that's the
the
father.
that's not the
Let the
argument
father come
here.
forward. He's the legal
Paparano.
father. Legal father
Paparano.
first.
Paparano.
Hmm?
DNA is not only done to determine paternity.
Sure,
DNA is
sure.
done to
Identify the
establish
disease.
identity.
Yeah.
If there's a crime in an area, like inside that mobile house, all these 15 people we have been talking about, do you know that they are supposed to have done DNA for all of them?
Fingerprinting, all those things to see
So that they will
matches.
be able to establish all these fingerprints and everything.
Yeah.
But they didn't do all that. So what I'm saying is that the DNA, when you are doing autopsy of somebody, one of the things they will do is to establish the identity of that person, because it has to be on record, the DNA, for even record purposes for the future,
No.
and then it
I'm
can be
just letting you.
buried.
I'm just telling you. I'm
And
just
that's
telling you.
why, and that's why,
DNA
and
of Baba
that's
Mohbad
why,
is not really
and that's
necessary.
why the DNA of even kings of many years, kings of 200 years ago, their DNA is available in the UK. Sure, you know.
Why will anybody even do DNA on Baba Mohbad when he was in the crime scene?
And that DNA may not
When
have
Mohbad
been
died.
just to establish the father that Joseph Aloba is the father of Mohbad. It's to
No.
establish that
It
this
can't
is
be used. It
Mohbad.
can't be used. They won't even tell him.
Ileoluwa
They won't even bring it to him. It
promised
can't be.
Aloba. This is his DNA. It has nothing to do with Joseph Aloba.
They will not. It will not happen.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like that, they
The
want to come and tell him
establishment of the
political
identity
father of
of the
Mohbad.
deceased is in that his DNA, and it will be on record. This is the DNA of this person that we exhumed and did autopsy on. This is his records, and it will be filed. It's not because they want to check the compatibility with
It will
Joseph
help them
Aloba.
in their investigation. They will not even release something like that to you. They
So
can tell in our investigation, we confirm that he's your son.
this is
Right?
the
And
person.
investigation. What if they have even taken sample from the father without him knowing it, nearing him, cutting his hair without him knowing?
Even the blessing that was the one that was in the hospital when they were
But
doing autopsy. You know whether
can
they
we say
took
right?
a sample.
Can we say that right? This case
Do you know
is
they
just
can
being
use
treated.
even blessing sample to determine that Mohbad
I
is
got you. Do you know that
deceased?
this case is being treated in an uncivilized way? Do you know there are so many ways to have resolved all this whole thing for a very, very long
Even the
time?
way Mohbad was exhumed himself is so unprofessional,
Very
so
unprofessional.
tacky.
They know what they are doing. They're not interested.
They
We
are
all
not
know that from
interested.
the beginning that they're not
Don't tell
interested.
me that
People that
even
were exhuming a
somebody's
dead
head can
body
be
The
with their
Nigerian
hands.
police, they are
somebody's
very
head can be
intelligent.
taken without them knowing, and they will use it
Of
to do
course,
the
now
do
even their
No,
own their
see,
toothbrush.
Paparano,
They can
do you
just go
know
and
that
get their toothbrush. Just their toothbrush. Just take the toothbrush. You take
police
the
officers went to exhume a body that was supposed to have been exhumed for investigation purposes, and you want to determine the cause of death, you want to determine whether there was criminality involved or whatever, or foul play, but you were exhuming him with bare hands,
their
touching him.
hand. They're not even for health and safety. They're not even scared for their own
Can you
health.
imagine? So they compromised everything from everywhere.
They think like if they wanted to really work, they would have resolved this case. But they're not bothered. What they
No,
did
but
was
you
I
know
don't
what,
you
they
see,
sought
keep
to
I
exhume
what
don't
they
I don't
before.
did
believe that right.
was
Mohbad
to
death.
keep the public quiet. Okay, you want us to exhume? We have exhumed him. And they went and dumped him somewhere. It was just to keep the public quiet.
Well, but it doesn't look like the case is going away.
It's
That
not
case,
No,
because
no,
it's
the
not
case has
because
gone. Hey, what I saying, please. The
don't say
moment,
that the case has gone. Where has the case gone?
get
Have you
something.
gone on Twitter to see that the case has gone? Have you gone on Facebook to see
that's a
that the
get
case
some.
has gone? Have
Forget
you gone
about
on Instagram to see that the case has gone? Are you on
you guys
every
should get something.
platform
Forget the fact that people are
on
talking about it, right?
every?
Does not
Do you
yield
know that more
fact.
people are even talking about it now than before? It's just that on
It doesn't
TikTok,
yield the
many
fact. It doesn't
platforms
yield
have
the
gone down.
actual fact.
Some new
Just talking
platforms
about
have
it does not give
erupted.
us what killed Mohbad.
Did you
It
know
does not
about
give.
immunizer before?
Hmm?
Do you know that there are some new names on Justice for Mohbad now that are really charging and firing on all cylinders?
It's not about fire. We have done those fire.
Is
It doesn't yield anything.
Paparano and all of us that have been
like
there, that all of us
Paparano,
are getting tired.
Paparano,
There are new people that have been
Paparano. Have you
re-energized.
listened to immunizers and analysis?
You
What's
said what?
immunizer?
You don't know,
Uh-huh.
he does good analysis, you know.
Uh-uh.
I like
There
his
are
analysis.
even other people apart from immunizer
What's
that
the
have
person
been
called
doing analysis.
immunizer?
A lot of the times, he speaks my thoughts because sometimes when he just is for me,
What do
you
you guys
know.
call it? Immunizer.
Yeah,
Yep.
IMMUNIZER.
Immune now, immunizer.
Is a
And
man or
different people have
is a
come
man?
up. A man,
He's a
yes.
young guy.
In fact, apart from him, there are so many others that are talking.
He brought
There's
out
one. There's one that
brought
calls
out a lot of
himself
things.
Mario something. No, not Mario. What's his name now?
He spoke about the elephant in the room. You
Yeah,
know what everybody doesn't want to
there are
talk
so
about.
many people that are
It's
talking
not
about
about speaking
this.
about elephant in the room. Do you have
Even I
any
went to
evidence to show
Facebook. I
what
saw
killed
some
Mohbad?
new names.
We want evidence of what killed Mohbad. Nobody has it. You only
Nobody has
ramble.
it, obviously.
Paparano, forget about this evidence. Evidence is staring at everybody. Everybody is trying not to nail the evidence.
Ezu
Which
Flakes, what is
evidence?
the
When the
evidence?
father of the deceased said he has done autopsy and nothing killed
Flakes,
his son.
what is the evidence?
Leave the father of the disease. Is he a pathologist?
Because he brought the pathology.
He has the results
Leave
and
that. Leave that thing.
he provided the results at the corona.
You see,
What they gave
you
him
guys
is
will
what
just
he
allow this guy
provided
to be
now.
gossiping for themselves. Look at Sham Sodium right now. He brought this shenanigans to himself. The same thing all the other guys. They have to be guided.
Who sent Shamsodium on errand? I was here when Shamsodium came to insult you, Papariano. I didn't talk
I was
that day.
here
I was
that
in the
day.
comment
I
section.
was here when he
Uh-uh.
was abusing everybody.
And you were warning him, and the guy
What
was
was he even
staring
calling
at you, and you
Papariano
people were
that day?
opening eye on each
What was
other
he
there.
calling Papariano that day? I can't even. What was the name? He was calling
So
Papariano. Papala. What was he calling him?
Papalato, Papalato.
Papalato.
he called you all
I
sorts
was
of names
enjoying it
that day.
until I saw that, hey, it's going too far. Then hey, I said, let me put a
And
stop
see
to
the
it.
way you are feeling bad for him since the time that he was arrested.
I feel sorry for him as well because he's very ignorant. You know what?
Because that kind of
He was
person now,
used because of his
he behaves
ignorance.
like a chicken. You know, when in the village, when you go to the village in Nigeria, and you see all these people that try to call their chicken back home after you have let them to be moving around, you carry
And the
some
guy is,
corn
I
and
mean,
be.
he's a stark illiterate, so they played on his ignorance. You know, if he knew what he was do, what the
Let me even
consequences
ask,
of what
I've
he was
missed
doing, he
so many
wouldn't do it.
things. What were the things happening this one day, 24 hours that I've been not been on the internet? What were the things happening?
Me,
What
I haven't been
happened?
here.
It's not the one where I've just shown you now that there's
I
a
just
baby
came
with
on
Play Nation.
TikTok. I've been doing like that. Brain Nation is
No
Ezuflex,
wonder
please
Baby Rihanna
play,
was saying that Ati Lomo, Ati Romo, Ati Bimo Funwa.
Àti bímọ o.
Ezuflex, please play the full clip now, please, because I didn't get to hear it.
I don't
Drain
believe that
Nation.
lady. But she's trying to just
I
impress.
don't believe. I don't. I think she's trying to stir things up. I think she's just trying to stir things up.
We can't be too sure.
Well, we'll give her a benefit
It's
of
so
on
glaring.
balance.
It's so
For
glaring.
Let's say
me, for
Papariano.
me,
Let's
I'm
say on
watching.
balance. On balance of
I'm praying
probability.
for justice. At the same time, I'm not allowing anything to bother
From
me.
1 to
I'm watching
10,
it like
on a scale of 1
series.
to 10,
Let's say
how many do
five.
you believe it?
Let's say
Zero.
five.
I
Now
zero
what?
on a scale of 1
I'll
to
say
10.
50
Zero.
50. Me, I'll say
If I
50
can say
50. Never say
minus
never.
minus 1,
Me, I'll say 50. I don't believe it because this lady has been in this movement. I mean, I've known her for the past maybe 1.5 years.
She's
Almost
been
2
on
years.
it, yeah,
She's been with just me and she's been very, very passionate. You know,
and
she
very
gets
vocal.
very aggressive when she's talking.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for her so how would you have a child for Mohbad and not talk about it when you've been so passionate about this case? She would have said it, but her keeping it just makes it iffy, you know? It makes it a bit iffy to me.
See, we
I don't see
gave some
any possibility
examples.
there. I don't see any at all. At
It's
See,
all.
possible though. It's
I'm
possible
not going
she's
to rule
hiding.
out.
And you
I'm
know
not
they
going to
have
rule in
and
anything.
Ezuflex, you know that lady, Dre and Just Me, they have some kind of relationship with Naira Mali, with the Mali.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
there was a time they were saying they had some evidence they got from Naira, and people were saying they should play it. They said they would not play it. They will not play it. They will keep
Mm-hmm.
it and stuff. And people were just like really angry with them. So they I don't know where this is coming from.
See, let me tell you, throughout
Yeah.
Mohbad's life in music as an artist, he kept Malians around himself. Even all those boys in his house.
They're all from Malians
They're,
now.
they're all from Malians. They're all
Mm.
from Naira Mali. Except maybe one, two, or three. All the others were, even including Wumi is a Malian. They were all in Malian's house. So, and they all have relationship with this Naira Mali. It's difficult to know who is who. And the kind of relationships they had in that Malian house, that everybody was doing everything with everybody.
Exactly.
We don't know who is who. This Dre Nation may have even been someone that passed through Malian house too. We don't know.
Exactly.
Because the
Exactly.
way she was talking is like she's been in Nigeria.
And
Even if you
also she has
We
if you
can't know who
listen
is
if
who.
you
It's
listen to
just that we're
Naramali's
defending
text
them. We don't know these
messages,
people now. They
Sarichi,
have their own game.
there's none, you know. Sarichi.
sorry,
Go on, go
We
on.
didn't let that happen. Don't
if
mind
you
her. You
listen
didn't
to
snore. You didn't snore. That won't happen when
if
I'm
you
here.
li- if you listen to Naramali's text messages, there was a time when he sent money, the connection between him and Mobile, and he said, "My girlfriend,"
Uh-huh.
right?
GF.
That's a bit strange, and that's referring to Wumi.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit strange.
Oh.
Yeah.
And if you listen to Kemi Oluloyo and what she has been saying about everybody sleeping with everybody. Okay, oh. Not be my mouth, oh. Now Kemi talk am. That's a place that, it was like a free for all kind of place. Oh. That's why when some people say my children were going there
But when
and they
you're
were
talking
giving
about
them
Drain
things, you say,
Nation,
what are your children doing there? Because me,
Ezuflex, are you trying to tell us that Dream Nation has been in Nigeria before. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't
The
understand.
way she was talking about the show in Ikorodu, she said she was supposed to be at the show, but when Wunmi decided to
Okay.
go to the show because of her, that Mohbad sent a message that the plan had changed, so she couldn't be there because Wunmi was going to be there. That was the reason. That was in fact
You
she
know what
was
I think?
insinuating.
You
She
know
was
what I think?
insinuating that it was because
There
of
may
her
be
that
there may
Wunmi
be a
followed Mohbad
possibility
to the show.
of
Hello,
a child somewhere
you
that
said
is not Dre Nations, but Dre Nation is
it's fronting.
yes. There's a possibility there's a
It's
child.
possible.
I don't believe it was Dre Nation that would that was supposed to go to
Even though
the.
she's talking as if she's the
I
one.
don't believe that. She's talking as if she's the one.
Yeah.
They probably know the person. They know there's someone somewhere. There's a child somewhere.
They know something, Sha. They have trying to push something out, but they don't know how to approach it. Maybe they are trying to send the first
They don't know
what do you call it?
nothing. They don't know.
Because Buki
What do
Jesse
you
said
know,
some time
Papariano?
ago.
What do you know?
Buki
They
You
don't
are
Jesse
know
you
said
what
part
I
of the
know.
last
Malians?
If you
year.
know what I
Buki Jesse
know,
said
you
something
will know they
about
don't know nothing.
him
If I
having
know
a
what you know.
girlfriend in London
Anyway,
having
you
a
two, you are a
child.
suspect now, Papariano. The way you have been discussed across the platforms now is like they think Papariano is working for somebody. The same
They say I'm working
Papariano
for
that
that.
gave a whole king
They
7
are
days.
just trying to, they know
Yeah,
that I am the
a
only
whole
one that is yet
paparazzo
to be
that put
exposed
a
to that bad.
signboard of an Oba behind
I
his
will be
as his
exposed to that bad
backdrop
unless the man change. If he doesn't change his ways, he
for,
will go to jail.
for 7
I
days with an ultimatum to come and debunk, and it was debunked.
You say what? Okay.
Who do we
Well,
have? Supreme, good evening.
not even VDM will do that.
Anyway, my own is that me, I have an open mind. If they bring children, even if there are other people, Dre, thank you, you are welcome on board. Any other children, we don't mind if we have up to 5, 6. Bring them, just do DNA. As soon as you are clearing them, be moving them in and let them be on the queue for the sharing.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think women will ever do DNA?
No,
At this rate,
no, she's not doing any DNA.
And even if
Next
she
life.
agrees she want to do it,
Next life.
even if she agrees to do it, do you think
it
that
will be
result
the
can bring
surprise of the
negative?
century.
It will be.
Do you
It
think it
will
can bring
be.
negative? Even if she agrees to do it,
I don't
they
think she
will
will
da-
do it.
they
It's
will
Even
already
dance.
if
It
she
late.
won't even
does
make
it,
her to agree to want to do it. Should be
even if she
questioned.
does it, she won't bring out the genuine results.
But honestly, if she decides to do it and the child ends up being Mohbad's child, I'll be very happy.
I will be happy.
But the way she's doing now,
To
it
be,
doesn't look like she's sure. She's
let's
not
be,
sure.
let's
I'll
That's
be,
the
There's
be
problem.
no way
happy,
that
but
child will batch.
Or
I don't
maybe she
believe.
has
There's
that
no
I
way.
other
don't believe
private
that child
no.
is a bad
results.
child. That child
You're
is
I
not
can
fine.
thinking
never
of
believe
any.
that.
That
Paparano,
child
let
is
me
not
share
a
something
bad
with you.
child.
Do you know that
Right.
I was strolling on Instagram and I saw this lady called Stella Dimokokos or whatever posted on Tonto DK's story as bestie. This is the same person that came out a while back and said the private DNA had been done by a Nollywood actress,
Don't
but that the results, now what?
sell Adimokokos at your own risk.
So now Stella Dimokokos is Tonto DK's bestie. It was a birthday recently. So Stella posted, Tonto posted her. Is it possible that Stella got the result of the DNA from Tonto? And so she was actually correct that it has been done by a popular Nollywood actress, and that the result is complicated. You understand? So that was a kind of validation for me. I may be wrong, but I mean, looking at the
And let
relationship
me
with
not bust your
Tonto,
If,
bubble.
If that
if it
child
were
was
I,
for
right,
looking
your
at
Mohbad,
the
family,
it wouldn't be so
relationship between
if
complicated.
it
Tonto
were
and
I,
Stella, and the fact that the DNA was done in that WhatsApp group, what's his name? VDM told us that it was the result that scattered the group. It means that the result was posted somewhere inside that group, or at least the people in that group got to know the result of
medium
that
has
DNA.
nothing, nothing.
And you can say that now, Paparano, you are the only one that knows the
Even
reason why you
even
are saying
even
all
if he
this.
has something like I
You
don't just
don't
like
even have this
wait.
information. You never told us about any WhatsApp group now until
Some
VDM
certain
brought it
do
out.
you know what I've said before? I
Did
said
you know
that
that there
there
was?
is a
Did
well
you know about
coordinated
that
group of
WhatsApp
people
group
somewhere.
and
I
the people
prophesied.
inside it?
I prophesied.
Eh?
I prophesied it.
You
You know
prophesied and you told
you
us
know
about the
the
people inside and what they discussed inside.
Didn't
And
I
the
tell you about
private
their
DNA,
Esuflex,
about the abortion?
Bookie,
Esuflex,
Did
yes,
I mention the
yes,
abortion?
Esuflex.
yes, Richie.
Mohbad, sorry, your VDM said it
Abortion, no,
was a
propaganda.
woman. It was a woman that gave him this
Uh-huh.
this thing. You
Ah.
know.
Is the thing not telling
So,
you some things?
mm,
But when I
so
saw that thing on Stella, on Tonto's page, in fact, I screenshot it. If she's hearing, let her know. I took a screenshot of that post and I said, this Stella is the person that posted about this DNA that was privately done. And everybody cursed this woman out that day. In fact, they abused the living daylights out of that Stella that she was lying. So
but you
now
know
looking
the
at what came out of that WhatsApp group and looking at Tonto posting her, and she being the one that referred to Nollywood actress. Tonto is a Nollywood actress, Yabo is a Nollywood actress, so I don't know which one of them. You understand? It's some kind of validation or verification of what you said, Gary.
the problem that we have now is even eventually or peradventure the DNA was I mean it's been organized and done by Wumi. Nobody will believe the result anymore, unfortunately.
No, the fact that some people even have one result already. Eh?
I'm
Any new
saying, yeah,
result
the whole
cannot be
thing is a
different from that one.
messy.
No.
Nobody will ever
Any new
trusted.
result cannot even be different from what those
No,
people have.
no. Let's just assume that they go ahead and do it. Nobody will believe that result anymore. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
It's all
It's
messy.
okay. The one they did before, that they said they used the mohbad blood, some people have the result now. All the
No,
people in that chat,
they
all the
use
people in that chat group.
according to VDM they use Yamo bad blood, right? And
That one.
VDM was condemning the process. And for
But at
me,
least there must have been
Marichi,
a
for
result from that
Marichi,
mohbad
yeah,
now. If the
exactly.
people
For
in the
me,
group.
it's just testing. You know, testing
Marichi,
means just a sanity check.
okay. Marichi, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
You said, good evening, how are you?
Testing,
Fine.
I'm good,
testing,
thank
one,
you,
two,
madam.
1, 2, testing,
You said it
testing,
doesn't
1, 2.
matter. Ezuflex, please, sorry, let's
No,
you
I'm
said
just having fun now.
Ezuflex, I mean, sorry, Sarichi, you
Go.
said if Wumi decides to do a DNA test now, and even if it
Mhm,
is positive that the child is Mohbad's, nobody will
mhm.
believe her. Yeah?
Yeah, because what he has
Wait,
been,
wait, wait,
what she
wait,
has
wait,
done.
wait, wait. Do you think
Me,
it
I will
matters?
be, me, I will believe.
Do you think it matters whether people believe her or not? If she does it and it's established that that child is from Mohbad, she's concerned about the estate.
That's it now.
So she doesn't care whether you believe
He
it or
doesn't
not.
care.
Nobody cares. Courts
Because
don't care.
that
Courts
means
don't care
mission
what you think.
accomplished
She'll
now.
just take it to the probate. She'll take it to the
Uh-uh.
courts. And then,
Mission
okay, this is Mohbad's
accomplished.
child. Okay, we'll finish case. Then estate belongs to these people. The child has a big stake in it, and that's it. So whether you believe
No,
or
but
not doesn't
really,
really
will
matter.
she be able to establish that? Because she doesn't have the what do you call it, the court marriage stuff. I think she's married traditionally, so she'll
Yeah,
still have to defer to the family.
yeah,
Still have to defer to the family.
they will do.
But at least the child will
In
have
this
a
case,
stake in
she's the
it.
only wife, so there's no Ijigi or Ori Ojori or whatever the
So they will
only
have
child,
all
the
this
only wife.
stake.
So everything, I mean, they would give it to the father, Abi.
Yeah,
Olori
and
Ebi.
then they will share it according to
Olori
their
Ebi will share it
family.
accordingly. Olori
Yankee
Ebi,
Lioness,
but
why are you
apparently
saying
culturally,
I'm bullying? I'm
Olori Ebi
bullying.
mustn't
I will
take
never
anything. The father mustn't take
bully a
anything.
minor. So get that straight into your
Please
brain.
ignore
I will
that,
never
ignore
bully a
that,
minor.
ignore that person. They will just want to gaslight you now. Don't even read those kind of
Yeah,
messages.
no,
Because I mean, we've been having a discussion on this platform
no.
since.
I'm just
Nobody is
disappointed in
attacking
her
anybody.
because
Nobody should call
we've
Richie, why
engaged
do you
many
like
times
meeting?
before. We've
Richie, why
engaged
do you
many
like
times
meeting?
before.
our
Opinion
discussion.
is no opinion is different
Don't respond.
from
Well,
accusation.
don't
She is
respond to
accusing me
it.
now. That's
You know,
wrong.
It doesn't
people will
change
jump
what
on
you said. It doesn't
platforms.
change your
They will
intention.
start calling people out on unprovoked, and you'll be wondering what really people want to achieve with that. We're having a discussion. Who has bullied who tonight now as we are talking?
Exactly. Maybe you need to understand the
I
English
mean, so
before you
I
start
mean, so
saying
if
it.
it's about Richie that you want to come and call out on this platform, something maybe have happened on another platform. You're coming here to come and attack somebody. It's not good, honestly.
And
And I think
it's,
all of
Can you
us should have
play that
matured on
video?
this
Where
case
can
that
I
we shouldn't
watch it?
still be at that level of calling each other out. Let's just have a civil discussion. This is where it is
no,
Ezuflex,
right now.
Ezuflex, where can I see that the video clip of Joy Nation saying she has?
Okay, go to Faboni. I saw it on Faboni. And,
Okay,
and
okay.
just clips. She always
Yeah,
posts.
I'll go and check it. I'll go and listen to it
That's
because
why. That's why I saw it. So so
that's a shame.
no,
If you think
don't
about
worry about
it.
everybody is calling everybody bully now. The people that are
No,
calling
I,
people bully,
no. Can I ask
they
a
have
question?
bullied
Is
more
any?
people than anybody else in this platform.
Can I
And they
ask?
even started the bullying. We were
Can
all
I
here
ask a
from September
question?
2023.
Oh
We
God!
know where the bullying started from. We know
Please,
the
can
people
you
that
drop
started
this
calling people out.
thing?
We know the people
Don't
that
go.
ended up. Do you know what? We know the people that ended up having only themselves on their platform, and nobody has the guts to go near their platform. Even if you just type a simple line of comment like this and it doesn't align with what they're thinking, they'll curse out even your generation to the tent. And they will come out and be saying people are bullying them. But they come to other people's platforms, they are picked up on panels, people engage with them. Nobody is abusing or cursing them, but they'll go to their platform. They'll be, as we are having this live show now, they'll be on another platform cursing all of us here. What have we done? Nothing. They just be cursing people because they have nothing else to do other than to be cursing people out. And it's not right. This is an open case, a public case. Because
I will
everybody has
never
been saying,
bully
do
a
this
minor
DNA,
in my
do this. Oh,
life.
nobody will believe me. Nobody will
So
believe me. Okay, nobody will believe me. Okay, nobody. Somebody has said he's a bully. You said nobody will believe you even if you do it. So many places that we went to do interviews, they said, why have you not done the DNA yourself? She said, if I do it, they will. She said, if I do it, they will. Now, Richie has said, I will not believe he's not a bully.
Can
I
I ask
mean,
a question?
yeah, go on.
Um, you know Mohbad's house where the incident happened, yeah?
Yep.
Is anybody living there now, or is it still empty? Does
No,
anybody know?
I think it's empty. I think they emptied it.
So, okay, if it's empty, it means is that house actually belongs to Mohbad because if it was rented, the landlord would have rented it out to somebody else.
If you want to rent house, you rent house at this time.
Ah, so
Nobody will rent that house until they finish this case. They won't even. Nobody will rent it out.
you'll be
That's the truth.
surprised. People will rent it to people will be
No, no,
people
people
will.
won't rent it. There are so
It
many houses in
probably
that
does not
estate.
belong. It probably belongs to him. The house is his. He bought it. That's why it hasn't been rented out. They're just trying to.
But what I'm even
yeah,
saying is that even if it doesn't belong to him,
I like what you said. I like it because you know why. Let's just assume that
There's
maybe
so many
he put
high
a
houses in Nigeria. Nigerians don't care about what you're saying. There's so
no.
many
Apart
houses in
from
Nigeria
let's assume that he put on
that
a
they
huge
still rent
down
it out.
payment, right? He put on a huge down payment down, and I'm sure the owner will be more confident that after all the settlement or whatever has been done, he can collect the final payment of that house. Let's just assume.
So if you are the landlord, you will wait indefinitely
what I
to
know is
collect
that
Oh,
the payment.
that
yeah,
estate,
of course, it will
Richie,
put more. It will put
Richie.
price. It will put some price on it. Why
I've
not?
been to
You know.
Nigeria and I've seen the house, that Mohbad's house. And I can tell you it's a very small estate where that house is. There are very few houses there. It's not one of those big estates in Lagos. Do you get? So everybody will know that that is Mohbad's house. If you try to rent it, somebody will whisper it to you that that's Mohbad's house.
Some people will still rent it. Nigeria.
No, they
It's
will
Nigerians
rent
just to
it
stay. No,
eventually. You
listen.
get
rent
they'll rent
houses
it
where they have
eventually, but
The
maybe
very
when
the
this whole
problem
thing
is
dies
it's just
down
a
a bit.
stigma. It's just a stigma that somebody passed away inside the house.
Yes, and the fact that
You,
the case is still
Nigeria.
live,
yeah.
People
it
rent
hasn't been
houses where they
finalized. When
where
the
they
case
there
is
where they
finalized, people will rent it.
okay.
It's not today that people are dying inside house now. People will rent the house, no
People
problem.
rent the house. People Nigerians don't think
It's
about
just
it.
that the place is still current. People are still passing through. When I was there to meet her, I drove through and I saw it.
Some people will even want to rent it that to tap Mohbad's glory. You'll be surprised. Tap Mohbad's glory. You'll be surprised. Live
In
there.
that
Oh,
place.
tap his glory. Oh.
But don't forget that a lot of fetish stuff to pass through the place.
How do you know?
Allegedly.
How do you know that? I beg.
Allegedly.
Don't. So
I mean,
they never
stop all
sign that.
this.
Allegedly. They said there was a lot of fetish stuff too now. All these, so just leave the place for now. Even agents will tell people, hold on, let them finish the case on this matter before you move on.
Well, the case.
Because,
I mean, even where's the case? The case. I mean,
okay,
I
where is
don't.
the lady that came out that time that it was her sister's house? One of these Nollywood girls that came out, that was staged to come and say it's her
That's a
sister
lie.
that owns the house. That one had disappeared too.
That's a lie.
Huh?
Somebody came out and
Really,
she was
somebody came
staged.
out to tell me.
Yes, now.
That's a
Hey,
lie.
Yes, now.
That's a
hey.
lie. Lord.
All those
I
things
think
now
the
we
those
know, now
ones.
we know better.
That yabo, that yabo.
She can cook. Oh. There's one young man that is doing this skit.
Anyway,
He's always
she's in the
carrying
movie
pot. He says he's
industry.
waiting. Always
She's in the
carrying
movie
pot. He says he's
industry,
waiting
so
for Yabo to
that's
come
why.
and
Exactly.
look at what they did
Thank
recently
you.
with this.
In a negative way.
Did you see what they did? Did you see what they did recently? Baba actually said it, but not recently. But that guy now quoted that in a recent interview that he actually bullied his son. Meanwhile, Baba did that interview, I think early 2024. You get where he said about Mali that he
But
bullied
no,
his son.
that particular thing, I don't want to get involved because I don't understand what they're trying to do. Honestly,
I said the Baba actually
yeah,
said Mali bullied his
Okay,
I
son.
but the
know.
thing is, if
But
you read that
Yeah,
punch,
it
if
is
you
not
read
this
what they
year.
wrote in Punch,
It's
they had
not
not
this
made
year.
Hazel Flakes.
Yeah.
Punch did not say recent could be last year.
Ah,
They did not say 2025. They did not say 20. They said in a recent interview,
okay,
right?
did you read that they referred to Naira Marley's interview inside it?
But Naira Marley had an interview with Reno Mokri.
The
Wait,
Naira Marley's
wait.
kini.
basically you missing.
I'm staging an argument here now.
Yeah, I
So if
know.
they are
Yeah,
saying in a recent interview after, but they Punch could come out and say what they were referring to was the interview that Naira Marley had with Reno Mokri, and that was
But,
it. Was, do you understand? So
yeah, but
Baba's
they didn't
interview
mention
came out after that.
Renomokri. And then, do you know that at that time when he granted that interview, it was published?
Yes.
So republishing it is what makes it, shady. I'm
What
not
do you
one of
mean
those people that will
republishing it?
say Baba didn't say Naira Marley bullied Mohbad. I'm not even
What
one
do you
of those
mean?
people that will
How is
say
it shady republishing it? How is it shady?
Abba, Abba. How
No,
many
see,
times did they
okay.
how is it
republish? How
I
many
shady?
know.
times did they republish it?
I know what you are
Let
trying
There's
me.
to
no
say.
new.
I know what you are
There's no
trying to
new.
say.
Okay, if there was no new
Alake,
information,
Alake, Alake is the timing. right?
I understand what she's trying to say.
No, what I'm saying is
Exactly.
that it was published before by
You mean
National Daily, and it's now being republished again because of what Naramali said recently, trying
That's
to
what you're
against
referring
VDM,
to.
and
yes,
then now referring to the fact the
bashing the
Naramali.
lie that yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah, they're
So
trying to establish that bullying that he actually did bully and
to
actually
reestablish, and you know that some people have been pushing the bullying, trying to tell us that don't talk about the pain,
that
talk
is the
about the
bullying.
bullying, and we're saying the bullying is established. Nobody
Yeah,
can take away the fact that this young man was bullied while he was alive. But how did
by
he
group.
kpai? What were the circumstances of his kpaiing? Because it was not the day he kpaid. There's no record that he was bullied by these same people that
Exactly.
day. Do you get?
Yeah.
So what led to his spying in his house? That's what we're talking about. And then when you look at that bullying, the last time he was bullied, I think was in April, or no, was in June. The one at the video shoot. He was
Yeah.
bullied. Yeah, by what's his name? Sam Larry and the people that went to the video shoot. That one, they're trying to cover it, but that one is clear to everybody. You don't have
That
to
is
touch
true.
somebody before you say you bullied the person. All the
By
blah blah
even
and
showing
everything,
up
and
beating and
machete
machete,
with
that's bullying.
sticks
That's
and everything.
intimidation.
That's bullying extraordinaire. You didn't
That's
understand?
intimidation. Saying you bullied me.
Intimidation, bullying, everything. That one is clear.
Harassment.
Because I don't know why they think that is when you touch him or you slap his face that you have bullied
You
him.
don't have to know.
You don't have to touch him. That intimidation
Anyway,
is everybody.
I'm still waiting for VDM said he's going to prove to us that what he basing all sessions settled. There's an old tape. I'm still waiting for that.
No, that one is you
Hmm.
know that one there.
They showed the
That
full
that
video.
one is not that one is not coming back. That one is straightforward bullying. We can
No,
see
but they
it.
said that that was from earlier years. I think maybe 2022 or so.
But we haven't seen it yet.
We somebody showed the full video of that wanted base you, and I saw they put the date. Maybe it's AI now. I don't know.
Ah,
But they put a date
superimposed.
at the bottom.
No, a lot of
We can't.
nobody has seen any physical evidence of video of Naira Marley
Bullying
IOB.
him. That was
Then
If
I
there was
like
a report,
Esuflakes.
do you get? But we don't
Elisuflakes.
have it. It is possible that he
Esuflake.
did
The
some other boy, but we don't have
Esuflakes.
that record.
Esuflake.
Yeah,
Esuflakes.
yeah.
There's no video evidences, but there's audio tape that Mohbad confirmed confirmed to
That.
Naramali's manager what happened. Although I like the fact they never mentioned that Naramali touched him or anything,
Well, he said
but he
he,
said he
he went to
felt
meet
1 minute. He said he felt that he believed because Naramali was there. He believed it
Normally
was
should
someone
have
that's
stopped them
ordering.
from beating him.
No, he said he believed Naramali was the
Those
one
boys.
ordering them to do that. Yeah,
That is
that's
the
from the old.
so
No,
he
but
actually.
but when you listen to the other guy that did the analysis and all the charts,
I'm not
you
listening to that
you
guy.
wait now,
I'm listening
wait
to what
now.
Mo said.
I'm okay with what Mohbad said, and I cannot
Yeah,
fault what a dead man has said. But what we
yeah.
also know, and that has been established, even though we are all fighting for Mohbad, we don't expect that he should be killed. Whatever he did, whatever his shortcoming, fight in
After
Naira
12
Marley's
a.m.
house after midnight
He went there to fight.
on
He
the
was
day that they had the chat that him and Tunde, this manager, were having
Okay, can I say
banter.
something? Now,
He
now
went
you said
home
something. It's a
and
flex.
went
Let
back
me
to go
pick you
and
up
look
that.
for this boy,
Let
and
me
that
pick you
was
up on
when
what
the
you just
fight
said.
ensued.
No, no,
oh,
no. Let me
I
pick
hear
up.
you.
Let me pick you up on what you just said. You are
Okay,
saying this now,
okay.
but when you listen to conversation, the convo between Gabby and Mohbad, right? That he came outside, that those boys were being attacked, and one yellow guy hit him as well.
Okay.
That was his own side of the
So
story.
somebody else had another set of chats where Mohbad was looking for this guy, and when he left Naira Marley thought they had left. They waited for this Tunde guy that was not at home at the gate of Naira Marley. So when that guy came, the fight started. How about that?
Anyway,
And they
what I'm
shot
trying
the
to explain
video.
to
You know
you,
the
That
video.
the Tunde
They
was
shot the
out,
video of Mohbad throwing the first punch. Did you see
and we
the
saw
video?
the
yeah,
video
yeah,
of Mohbad
yeah,
fighting.
yeah.
He was
Listen,
fighting.
listen. We know all these things.
And they used
That
to have all
still
these
one
fights
minute,
when
1 minute,
Mohbad
please.
was alive. Oh.
All
See,
these
let me
things.
tell
Let
you,
me tell you.
I don't think
Let
Mohbad
me explain
himself
to
was
you.
a
There's an
gentle guy like that. Oh.
eyewitness accountability of it. Mobile is there,
Mohbad can be
okay?
very
But
aggressive.
there's two people that went there. One of them that was stripped naked is lifestyle. Although I don't like him because he's part of the people in the house. Okay? Are you getting the
Do you
point?
know that this
But there
generation
were
even
there were
refer to him too?
eyewitnesses accountability of it. Yeah, and it's only those people they don't want to come out. So let's
Richie,
leave it as
Why
it
don't they
is.
want to come
Richie,
out? Maybe they should come out and speak
Richie,
their truth.
Yeah.
Richie.
Because the
Sorry,
dead stay dumb.
Ezuflex.
Yes.
Richie, what do you expect the likes of Lifestyle and DJ Bami to say when they're already
That's
pinning
what I'm
that?
saying. Or they're already in the house. That's the problem.
When they're already trying to pin Mohbad's death on Naira Marley? What do you expect them to say? What account do you expect them to give of that night? You expect them to say, "Oh, we went there to..."
No, I'm 1 minute. No, I like I said to 1 minute, right? I like what you're saying, and I said it before as well because they were part of the people in the house. But having said that, more conversation with Gabby, more mentioned. One of the guy that followed me, a dancer, was stripped naked, and that was lifestyle. He said it, and that was lifestyle. He said it himself. Let's be open when you discuss all this stuff, right? Mo did mention it himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
not
that's one
knowing
thing
that,
we need to look at.
he was going to be
He
quiet
never
and
knew he was going to die, exactly. so, so you have to look at it from that
the
angle
thing is
too.
with this story, when things happen like that, everybody tells their story to back themselves up, to make themselves look good. Normally will say things to make himself look innocent. Mobatu will make
Thank
himself
you,
say things to make.
thank you.
But when you read in between the lines, you can
Mm.
tell. Yes, a fight erupted that night. Yes, maybe somebody was stripped naked during in the course of the fight, but who started the fight? Why did you leave your house at about
No,
12?
are you not getting? You're saying this, yeah? You can say people like that, right? But when you listen to Mo Convo, right, it's no
I
more here,
understand what you're
right?
saying. I heard the
But he
comment. I
said
heard.
he said he went there that that the guy has already been bullying, abusing him, so he doesn't even have time. I mean,
in,
this is
in,
him talking his own story, like you rightly said,
in the
right?
group chat.
You yeah, and he said he went there straight. He said he went there straight.
Mm,
That was his story.
mm. Well,
So I just
everybody's going to have
yeah.
different stories. I
But
mean, Naira
the only
Marley.
thing the only thing we can ask normally is bring out the tape when things were not going well between you and Mo, not when the relationship were really good. You did very well with him when the relationship when your relationship were really good, but afterwards,
But the group chat
right?
that they had with Mo, Mobad was still in that group chat until 2024. You remember, you see,
Mm,
when in Naira Marley's interview, he said Mobad left the group, I think January 2024, which means
mm.
somebody was using Mobad's phone.
So they should bring out the chats.
Which means there were two chats after Mobad died. If
Yeah, they
those
should bring it out.
wait. If somebody had Mobad's phone and wanted to show that Naira Marley bullied Mobad or had something to do with Mobad, they should have said certain things incriminating. So why the reason I think whoever has that phone is not bringing out those chats is because there's nothing. Do you understand? There's nothing incriminating. There's nothing
That's what I'm asking. Whoever is bringing out this audio tape and all that, right?
to bring the rest
Yeah,
of the chat.
yeah. She should bring the rest out for us to see. Simple.
Yeah, because because it wouldn't favor them. There's nothing there. That's why they're not bringing it out. If there was something there to favor them, they bring it out. That's what I'm saying. Everybody has
Yeah,
gone to bed. Papa has left off to us to go and sleep.
but
So
it's really funny when we discuss all these issues. But for me, my focus is on mobile. It's no more here. But the little tape that we had, and fair enough, I keep saying it. These are the things that happens to all these young people, all these fall on upward coming artists. They're desperate, yeah, to make money. They don't read those small print before they sign on the line, on the dotted line. So,
yes, it can happen
and
to anybody who's desperate.
exactly, and Naira being a business guy, fair enough. He even made it into 50-50 thing, and nobody does that really, to be
That's
honest.
what I'm saying. The terms of the contract was fair.
Yeah, so we don't know the whole thing, but from his
But
side of
if
the
we look
story,
at it, if we remove all biases and
yeah,
and all emotions and biases, if we remove that, if we look
yeah,
at it in terms of the law, there is a
yeah,
contract. Yeah, you have a contract
mm,
before maybe 3 years. You
mm.
have to perform. You can't. There was a breach of contract. He did not perform that contract. He did
Yeah,
not.
yeah, but when you look at the
He did not
convo,
abide
then
that
again,
term.
I'm holding on to this conversation between him and Gabby. Conversation between him and Gabby. Oh, right. To keep on with his decision, whatever. That listen, this like this happened. He tried to smooth the pathway to make sure that everything goes back to normal.
Yes,
She tried to do that, but Mo wasn't having it.
because he was
Right?
hesitant. He had made up his mind to leave. He had resolved his mind.
Exactly. Mo
That was why he
said
didn't.
and that's when Mo made mention of the threat to life, that I'm not safe. I don't feel safe anymore.
Because he
Yeah.
wanted to leave the contract. He
Yeah,
wanted to
and
leave.
1 minute, yeah, we can be making that assumption for him, right? But I like the fact that even when Gabby wanted to refer to the NDLA stuff, more muted, and he discarded it immediately. That I don't even want to talk about that. Right? All he wants to do at that point was focusing that he wanted out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is
And
probably why
the
he said
money, he
this.
tried to justify the money he withdrew. And he tried to justify that he did that because of the broke relationship between him and the said manager. And Gabby was trying to put things through that, listen, normally you shouldn't have done that. That
Exactly.
it should be your manager. Your manager is in a position to do that, not you. All right. And they have, for me, for more giving Gabby audience, right? I think he did very well, even though he has made up his mind that listen, I wanted out, right? And after the convo, and people are saying that okay, maybe he apologized and all that, but it was after that he brought out that poisonous, venomous mouthy, yeah,
Mm,
to the
mm.
Malians then, and that
Of
was a
course.
big thing. That
Of
was a
course.
big thing.
So, C Black also had a track like where he dissed Mohbad. Did you
Yeah,
know that?
yeah, yeah. I heard that. That wasn't that. Yeah, I think I heard that as well.
Yeah.
The issue there is I strongly believe that track actually fuel the enmity between Mo and the Malians. And
Yes.
don't forget, as at that point, Sheyi and them lot, right? They've already left the Malians. They're on the side of Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the same time, the the CEO chef, Wumi, right, is on the side of Mo. Slatan and all those other people. And maybe it was at that point that Jigon actually started following Mo. Are you getting the point?
But Jugon used to live
So
in Malian house.
yeah, Jigon used to be
Because
there
in
with
their
them. Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Mm.
And when you look at it, to me, this ugly situation is actually between CY and Mali. That's where I looked at it.
Yeah, because Naira Marley wasn't having it. He wasn't. I mean, the fact that Mohbad was asking him to pay money to her mom's account, and he wasn't having
And
it.
that got stopped. And that got stopped eventually, isn't
Yeah, so that probably started the whole hatred.
it?
Because well, I mean, like any woman will feel that way. But why are you interfering? He's my husband or my boyfriend or whatever. He can decide to give you my mom's account. What's your business? Your mother in-laws account. I mean, as a boss, I mean, as a boss, you have. I mean,
All along
Mohbad.
is after normally came after normally came because they used to be together.
Yeah,
See
but
why is a Malian
yeah, but how?
and
Yeah, but how? Yeah,
who happens to be mobile manager,
mm,
right? Used to be Malian.
mhm,
All of be Malian.
mhm.
All of you together. You are
Yes,
underneath me,
exactly.
right? So it wasn't just mobile alone. Are you not? Are you getting the fight now?
Yeah, I get it.
Getting the fight now.
Yeah, I get it. Um, when people wanted to give Mobad jobs and they went to Naira would say he's forgetting his
Hmm.
village.
Yeah.
I
Mobile
really
said it himself
that's what
in an interview. He said it.
he said.
It
Okay,
was
yeah,
blocked anywhere. Yes.
he did. I remember that. That's true.
Yeah. He said it himself.
He was. Yeah, I remember. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. He did.
So all I'm saying is, yeah, whatever Mo said, it's difficult for me to to shake it off Naramali, right? And yes, he has every right to be
See,
angry.
if you look at Naira Marley appears calm now.
Ah,
But this guy used to be a gangster. So if you look at that alone, it's enough to make you believe that he probably told these boys to go and deal with him.
yeah.
And then if you see that there was a video that came out where Naira Marley was saying, nígbà tó gbé gbogbo èèyàn jẹ, ṣe fẹ́ kọ́ máa wò ẹ́ ni, ọ̀dẹ̀ tó ṣe bí máa tí mọ̀. That gave me that sort of made me believe that all these ones that is coming out, obviously he's not going to come out and say, I told the boys to go and deal with him. All he needed to do was to signal at them, and they will follow Mohbad outside and beat him up.
Of course,
But
he's the boss.
Alake, I don't believe that Obunyoje is absolute. I think it's a figure of speech. Be out to roam back
No,
again.
I think he did
You
that.
understand? I
No,
think
no.
I don't think he's physically biting
I
people like
believe
that.
he beat them. You know why I believe he beat them? When they so, I mean, there was only three of them
But
against.
you saw him throwing punches.
You know how many people came
Well,
after
on
him?
him. Okay.
So obviously he would have been throwing punches and biting and doing whatever he needed to do.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I like a 70. Let's be realistic. For me, I'm very, very objective about this. During the conversation between Gabby and Mo, right? Mo muted, but he said something. He said, "What do you expect me to do? I have to fight for my. I have to fight for my own dog. Am I a dog that'll be biting people? Are you getting
Yeah,
the
he
point?
denied it.
But at the same time, you never knew what he did to escape
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they were over, so you never knew what he did to escape.
You went with three
Yeah,
boys, and you know that the house
He
is
went with
filled with
two
many
boys.
boys.
I think he went with them.
I said, listen, you are, listen, you he talked spoken to normally, express himself. He was on his way out,
Okay.
right? So will
There's,
I be going to go and fight the 10
no,
people or 15 people?
There's another chat group. There's another chat group that was shared with his manager, and how this fight thing started. When he was saying that, I hope you'll be able to repeat this when I come back. Chat.
Richie is
Okay.
not talking about that chat. He's talking about
I,
Mohbad's words itself.
About which one?
Mohbad's
I will
chat.
just, I will,
Mohbad's
I will
chat.
just, I will listen to mobile.
Story. I understand that he was bullied. I understand that they fought him, and there were more boys
But
against a few of them.
No, 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 no. You don't listen to that story very well, Flakes. The
Mohbad
Gabby,
said that nobody has beaten
no,
him like that in his life. Beaten
no,
him like that in his life.
no. Ask him what up. Mobile started that the fact that after all the chat that he was bullied in the chat, that he ignored that he only went there to see Naira Mali because he
Okay,
trusted the guy.
Okay,
Richie,
but in the
Richie,
chat, was he really bullied in the chat?
He was not bullied. That's what the points I'm trying to make here. So what I'm trying to
Yeah.
earlier, I
But
said to you, when things happen between you and somebody, when you
Mm.
your own narrative will be to make you look good. Yeah.
Thank
My
you.
own narrative will be to make me look good. Yeah.
I,
So
I like I like that. I like that. Hmm.
so Mohbad, so
Hmm.
that's why I said to you, you look at both sides of the story, but you were hell bent on just focusing on Mohbad's
No,
conversation with Gabby. Wait.
no. I'm
Wait,
bringing that up. I
wait.
want you to look at both
I
sides.
I heard it. I heard the whole
That's the
conversation.
reason why I brought that up.
Let me tell
I'm
you
not
my
listen. I
thoughts.
want us to be very objective and looking from both ways.
I heard the whole conversation. That was,
Yeah.
initially I said let's leave biases
Hmm.
aside. Let's leave emotions, biases, and all of that.
Exactly.
I heard the whole conversation, as shared online. I heard it, and my thoughts when I was listening to it was because I was remembering when I was sort of comparing what he was saying to what was written in the chat. In the chat, it was Mubad that started to abuse the manager. He
Hmm.
started abusing. He
yeah,
was rude. He was using the F word and everything.
Hmm.
And
yeah,
the only thing, and then the manager got tired and said, "Are you that a woman is controlling him? I mean,
controlling.
controlling
And
you?" And then he got really angry and said, okay, you stayed in front of me, whatever, whatever. The chat ended, and a few
Hmm.
minutes after, Mohbad showed up in that house. What do you so what do you think
I like
drove
that.
Mohbad?
That's a very that's a very good point. I
Let
like
me
it.
finish. Well, let me finish. What
Hmm.
was the driving force? The driving force was that chat. The fact that Mohbad would, I chose you as my
And
manager.
Naira Marley had spoken
Wait,
to him in the chat, remember?
wait. You are my manager. I'm paying you, and you're talking to me like that. What kind of insult is that? He got pissed
Hmm.
off. He got pissed off. Gathered his boys. At the time, if he had more boys, he probably would have taken more boys. Maybe at the time he only had lifestyle and Dami,
The
or
right
maybe
guy. Hmm.
or maybe the rest of them said, no, me, I'm not going there. Ǹjẹ́ kán wá lù mí ńbẹ̀ o. Àwọn yòókù á ní, let's go, Joe.
When they even have dogs.
They now went. Now they went, and Naira's story was that when they came in, the boys did not greet him, meaning they came with annoyance. They came to fight. They didn't greet him. If they came to just have a call, and in the chat, there was no indication that Mubad was supposed to go for a meeting that night with Naira. There was no invitation. There was nothing like,
No.
there
Okay.
was nothing like we
Alake.
are coming to come.
Alake. Alake.
So,
Please. Going to Naira, there's no protocol between them.
How did you know that?
I know that because they live across each other's place. Okay.
why
Oh, okay.
And Naira owns the house where they live.
No.
Okay.
Mohbad had moved out
No, no, no,
from
no, no, no,
Malian
no, no, no.
house at the time.
No, no, no.
Uh-uh.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
Malian,
He walked
this
there
he had moved.
3 minutes. Oh, come on. 3 minutes walk.
He moved to the
wait,
area, but not. He was no
Oh
longer in Malian
no.
area,
house.
but
That's what they
No.
said.
he was no
Okay, I'm not
longer
going
living
He
in
was no
I don't want to
longer
argue about
living in
this.
Malian
But I
house.
understand what Richie is trying to say is, there was, I think, the house that Mubad and
Normally
the
has
rest,
two
it
houses.
was
Yeah,
Mubad Ramali's house, but they were no longer living in
exactly.
that particular house when
They was
Ramali.
not living inside Normali's main house. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but they said okay. So
But
let me understand.
Naira's
Let
story,
me understand something, please. When the issue with NDLA happened, that was in February 2022.
Hmm.
These fights we're talking about happened in October
mm,
2022.
Hmm.
mm.
At the time that there was a problem with NDLA, was Mohbad living in Malian house?
No, they were living in another house by Naira, paid for by Naira.
Paid for by Naira.
Yes.
Because he said he was in his
Mohbad,
own
me, and the rest
house
of them were living in
when he
another
ran there.
house. Yes, yes.
Okay, now, between that NDLEA matter and what happened in October, was Mohbad still living in Naramali's house? No, he had moved
From
out.
Naira Marley's narration, what I thought, my initial thought was Naira Marley had gotten his own apartment, and it was no
Yeah.
longer. But
Yes,
later,
that he was no longer living in their
but
apartment.
later,
Like,
yeah, that was what. But what Richie is saying now
that's
is,
the impression that
is
Naramali gave.
but what Richie is saying now is, which I think may be the case as well, is he was probably still staying in that other house that was paid for by Naira.
Exactly.
You
Three
understand?
minutes walk.
Obviously,
So
he's going
at
to
what
pay.
time did he, at what point did he move
We
out
don't know. We don't know when he got his own
to
apartment.
Bella's house? Because since
We don't know. We don't know because Bella didn't put a timeline to it.
Yeah.
because
But when you look at the whole thing,
after that fight of that night, do you think he would
Maybe.
have remained in Naramali's house? No, or whatever
mhm,
Naramali paid for, he would have moved out. He paid for, he would have moved out.
I stand to be corrected that he got up. Don't forget, this was very late in the night. He was
After
angry.
midnight.
Yeah, he said he got up that he's going to talk to man, and he met with Naramali. Naramali should come out and debunk that. He met with Naramali and they spoken. He really really said, "I don't want this guy anymore." Right? Whatever the conversation they had after that, we don't know. Are you getting the
Naramali
point?
didn't say they didn't talk. He said he came with the boys. The boys didn't greet him. And as soon as Mubad came in, he said he doesn't want his manager anymore. And he told him to pick
Yeah.
another manager.
So he spoke with him,
Had a
and then it was
conversation.
on his way out. Right? it was on its way out when this fracas started. So
Yes.
all I'm trying to say here, right? Whichever way that when this really said maybe you cannot see Naramali at one point. No, I don't believe that, right?
Who
Because
said you
he
cannot?
met mission, met with the boss, whatever they discuss, I don't know. And it was on his way out that I saw that thing happen. And after that, even Gabby never challenged. Gabby never mentioned why did you go there or what time did you go there. Gabby wasn't on that
And
at
she, I
all.
mean, she was supposed to be neutral. She couldn't have been asking him that kind of question.
Yeah, but
She will have her reservations.
Gabby was very professional. I keep saying that.
Yeah, she will have her reservations at that point.
Gabby
Be
was
asking him that.
focusing on trying to
She was trying
rekindle
to
the
resolve.
situation,
Yeah, she was
to
trying to.
resolve it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, but do you know that that long discussion that Gabby had with Mohbad was mostly about Naira and how
Lima Berry. I'm not the kind of person that join on the wagon and just roll like that. So just get that straight, right? I'll
why is
say the way it
everybody
is.
attacking you?
No, no,
um,
no, 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 no. I'm having
don't
fun.
worry,
Esifil,
don't
don't
worry
worry. Don't
about whatever
Esifil, no, no,
he's
no,
saying.
You
Esifil,
It
know
let me
why
has
they
defend
need
nothing
to
to
myself.
do
attack
with
you,
you.
Richie?
Let
Because
me
they don't
defend
need you to answer
myself,
them.
right?
Richie, you said to just
This
focus on
is
your conversation. You are reading comments and
We are
answering.
reading comments, we're
no,
having a
no,
discussion
no,
here.
because I know.
Everybody is
Listen, I
entitled
know,
to
I
their
know, I
opinion.
know this. This is not the
Mommy,
first different platform. So
Just answer the
I'm
question.
just
Don't
putting the
ask
record
for her
straight to her,
mind.
right?
okay.
It's not about emotion or anything, but I say the
Nobody.
way it
Mm,
is.
okay.
Yeah. And if anything, my focus is on getting justice for Mohbad,
Yeah, that's the thing.
right?
That's the focus.
So I'm for Mohbad. I'm not for Naira Marley. Get that
No,
straight,
no, no,
okay?
no, nobody. It's
So,
not like
They are for
I am not for
justice.
Naira
They
Marley.
are
I will
for
never be
justice.
so,
for Naira Marley. But you see, when we see facts,
but
let's face
at the
facts.
same time,
The fact that the
at the
fact
same
that
time,
Lima
I
Berry, still on
love
Lima
Naira
Berry. You want
Marley,
Lima Berry to come?
of Naira Marley's song like anything.
Bad
I'm just
influence.
listen.
But I
If you are,
cannot see the
if
truth and now be against him.
Exactly.
No,
are you
I can't
listening?
say because
You
I
know,
don't like him. He killed Mohbad. No,
yeah.
I
You
can't
see.
say because I don't like him. I saw him
Thank
slapping
you.
Mohbad. No,
Is
I
that
won't
not
do that.
striking the balance now? I'm a very creative mind, right? I listen to all sort of music. Are you getting the point?
What's
And
the creativity in
What exactly
ìdí
did
ńlá
I
ìdí
bring?
kékeré ìdí
What's
bẹ́ẹ̀
no,
creative? What's
yeah,
creative about it?
yeah. For you ladies might not like it, but I find it funny,
it's
right?
too
For me,
obscene.
It's
yeah.
too vulgar.
And he has his own creative mind apart from all those vulgar lyrics.
Yeah,
His
he has
beat
some
is
other
very
lyrics that
serious.
are good, but he has a lot of vulgar
He has his
lyrics
own
too.
style of music, and I respect
Okay,
him for that,
okay,
right? He brought something new to the
okay.
scene.
No
So,
problem.
but on Mohbad case, right? I just want to remain completely fair to this guy. He's dead. He cannot defend himself.
Yeah, like all of us.
So
But even if we say somebody is dead and can't defend himself, you know, for me, you remember that voice note between Mohbad and Wumi?
Lima Berry, come and tell me
The
what is
way
not be true.
Mohbad
Did I lie on
caused,
Naira Marley
the
or
way
something? I
Mohbad
don't know.
caused
What's your problem?
Ogun, you know, the, the really aggressive, and he had very lethal words in his mouth. The way
Yes.
it caused Wumi and her family, the way it caused somebody that maybe they had an issue, maybe in traffic or somewhere, where he
Yeah,
was
when he
abusing
said,
one man like
ṣé
that.
nítorí pé ẹ dàgbà ẹ ríro funfun lórí mi àṣà.
You know
He
that kind
can be
of thing.
very, you could tell that when
Yes,
he's
you
Yeah,
angry,
see
but
that
he's
Ongo
very angry.
Onagidi and Odemambuyon.
Yes.
listen,
So, and then for him
listen.
to have charged out of his house after midnight to
As
go
a
and
play.
fight in Naramali's house.
Mohbad is a street artist from Ikorodu.
Richie, let me tell you something.
They all
You're a
mouthy.
matured
All
man.
of them are
You will
mouthy.
not charge to your boss's house in anger to go and have a discussion.
Sorry.
Mohbad was visibly angry the night he went to Naira Marley's house to go and discuss whatever he
Let
went
me
to
tell you
discuss.
what I think.
That fight broke out
Let me
after.
tell you what I think.
Ìjà ló bá lọ síbẹ̀.
Another thing that I think triggered him again, that made him go, was, in that group chat. Obviously, if we're all in a group chat, you can't tell. I mean, I don't know. You probably would not be able to tell whether I'm reading it or not. When when we were exchanging words with his manager, he probably expected Naira to wade in and stop the manager from disrespecting him. You understand? But obviously, Naira said he was not there, but Naira said nothing and allowed the banter to go on. That may have also triggered him, like,
But Malik came in later and said, "How you people are you at each other like this? That if you want to change your manager, no problem. You can even use somebody else in the Malian
yeah, but by
group."
that time, he may have left the chat and started
You know
getting
how
ready
you
to.
can be in a group, and I'm not making any
Exuple, you not
excuses
think.
for
Listen,
I'm not
Exuple, you
making
not think.
excuses for Naira
No,
Marley, please.
Exuple, Exuple, you're not
But if you're
thinking
in
that
a group
Mobad
and
has.
people are chatting,
Listen,
sometimes you may not
for
even
Mobad.
be
Listen,
following the
one
chat.
minute, Exuple, one
Yeah,
minute. When
yeah.
you look at the convo that Naira Marley shows between Mobad, right? That's a strong, very strong mutual relationship between them.
Between
Hence,
them.
Mobad has the
Naira will
confidence.
expect
Listen,
Mohbad
hence
will
Mobad
expect
has the
Naira.
confidence, to go and talk to him. And at the same time, he said he was shocked. Does he understand? Because he has a very strong
I think
trust in Naira.
me personally, I think Naira
Now,
yes,
now,
Want to
now. I
want to
want to see
yes,
how much money I have
want
with
to
you.
release Ajafun.
yeah, they wanted to do
Eyes on the
I
cake.
think they just wanted to teach him a lesson. The
Thank
next
you.
time you don't do
Hmm,
this.
that's possible.
Yeah.
Ah,
So they actually
let's be
did.
objective about these things.
They, act,
These things.
they actually did. I
Listen,
He
expect
wasn't
when
really
I'm
oblivious
sorry.
of the fact that they beat him.
I'm sorry. I'm very
When
quiet.
Mama
I'm a slow
Buwọ́jẹ́,
person too. If
so he
somebody
was
offend
like in
me,
support of the beating.
ó ṣe bí ọ̀dẹ̀. Ó
Eh.
kàn ṣe-
listen.
you can tell from
Listen, sis, when I was you, somebody offend me, right? I will send guys to go and deal with that guy, and I'll be very quiet and I'll be smiling, looking at him at a distance. But some people go and fight for me. How about that? I'm like that too. I'm like that too.
I mean, this guy is a gangster. That's their way. They deal with people.
They deal with people, and you know
So,
the person you are doing, and you know
so
the person you are doing. So anybody can decide to react to you.
exactly. Me, I
Uh-uh.
just believe
Do you know
he
what?
wasn't
After reading
expecting.
through that chat that Naira Marley shared and the fights that broke out after, I did not take sides with Mohbad on that fight
Me
because
too. I
he
didn't.
himself was aggressive in the chat group. Wọ́n
Yes.
jọ ń búra wọn
Yes.
ni,
Wọ́n
and
jọ
it's
ń búra
man to
wọn.
man they fought each
And
other. So
yes,
there's
and
nothing like bullying there
Do,
because
do,
he
do,
actually
do,
that
do,
beef.
it's
He went to go and meet
bullying.
the Tunde,
It's bullying because a
and
ton of them, a lot
he
of
was
them,
saying that they were
were
bullying him in
fighting
the
him.
chat, but he was the one abusing
No,
the
he
guy
was the one
first.
bullying them in the chat. So, to be fair,
Uh-uh.
he was the one bullying them, and he was the one abusing them. They didn't really
Yes.
abuse him. That
Even
guy
the
did.
other boy, Shudi Abi, somebody was now saying that what kind of effrontery is this now?
But what kind of
That this boy is just abusing,
listen, guy, listen, you have to understand what I mean by
And
bullying,
for
right?
me,
It
wọ́n
was
jọ
the one
búra
bullying
wọn ni,
them,
they are all
but
adults
he
and
knew.
age mates, you know.
Mobad knew. Let's be said. Mobad knew that he was overwhelmed in the chat, right? Because when they use that poison word, your woman is controlling you. You know,
When you self submit your mama, your girlfriend's mama account or your salary. No be
So
bully be that one.
so that's
No
that
fit
that's
believe
what I'm saying.
that.
That you think that okay,
I
you know
mean,
what? I don't have anything to
out
say
of
to you
all the
guys
people that you
anymore.
can use to collect your salary,
I'm
your girlfriend's
I'm
account,
going to
mother.
I'm going to
Ah,
talk
No,
straight to the boss.
that was
ìyẹn gan ti
Yeah,
pọ̀ jù náà.
that's what you guys don't know. That
There's
really
no
hit
but
him.
there's no time. Let me give it to you. There's no time your friends will not abuse you with that kind of abuse that you that woman is
exactly.
It's
complaining.
painful
When they
now.
know that you are
It's painful
when they
now.
know that you are collecting your salary account, who could have suggested the girlfriend's mother? Is it not the girlfriend?
No, you don't.
She work and doing colo with him. He doesn't trust him again. When money start entering his account.
Imagine how that Baba will
Ah,
feel hearing.
that will even make the parents to be heartbroken right now.
Yes.
Hearing that. Hearing that.
Imagine that Baba
Okay.
hearing. Imagine Baba hearing that Mohbad withdrew $72,000,
Eh.
and Baba was moving like a
And this man
pauper.
said he has never collected 500,000 whole like that from the boy.
Imagine. Imagine
Ó dẹ̀
like
ní 72K lọ́wọ́.
And anyway, guys, you need to think deeper about all these things.
Báwo ni girlfriend ò ṣe ní wọ weave on $800?
One minute now. But what type of gan fi ń jẹ nǹkan kọ́ rògbò yẹn now? Ẹ jẹ́ gbàgbé yẹn.
Well, ara ẹ̀ náà ni
You
wọ́n
know.
jọ ń jẹ́ ni àtọkọtaya
So,
tọkọtaya ní jẹ́jẹ́ yẹn.
and
At
this
least
and
arọ́kọ tó gbé bàálù sẹ́nu adẹ̀ríyàwó náà tó gbé sẹ́nu. Wọ́n jọ ń fa
yeah,
nǹkan ni.
and I don't know. Allegedly,
Two
if you're
hundred
spending
thousand
200,000,
canister.
300,000, almost 400, almost 400, right?
Spending said he said the canister is like
But
200K.
I don't want to trust spending too much, but let's
No,
just
spending
assume.
was the one that told us the price of the balloon canister now. The thing that they
Nah,
used to pump
no,
it.
I'm just saying
Èrè
all
làwọn
those
ọmọ yẹn.
things, right? And when
Everybody
you
ṣáà
look
ń
at
ju
this,
lámbà to defend themselves.
but listen, at the end of the day, right? Sorry, it's not a good thing,
It's not
but
good.
they know that they can afford the lifestyle, put it that way, right? And this is another dark side of the whole thing, negative side, yeah, into all these drugs related issues. But the fact still remains that the coup d'etat, I believe I want to call it I'm using that coup d'etat because when they were planning to leave Naira Mali, right, it became glaring to Naira when Mobad submitted his resignation letter or termination letter the next day after the fight, right? Or maybe, yeah, I think it was the next day or so. And that's maybe that's when he realized that, okay, you guys are actually behind all this stuff. Sheyi and some of the guys that left the Malians to follow Mobad. Are you getting the point? Right? All
But
of
do you
them.
think don't you think that that argument or the anger or the what do you call it, the aggression in that group was also like a build up to him submitting his
No,
resignation
no,
letter?
no,
It's
no.
something that I've been thinking about
No. Something, of
because that was
course. No. Something, of
because that was
course. Gabby, you know that it's already been planned.
okay. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going. Somebody else talking to him while he was
Yeah,
talking to Gabby.
that's what I'm saying. That it's a planned thing. It wasn't a reactive action about the fight. No, because if it was reactive action about the fight, Mobad would have listened to the convention Gabby was trying to sell to him. Yeah, he said he has already made up his mind. He said repeatedly to Gabby that he wanted that he doesn't feel safe anymore. He feels life is threatening. He used so many negative aspects for him, many reasons for him to say, well, I want out, right? That's also, it doesn't feel safe.
There
And
was
you
no
can
way he
tell,
even changed his mind because he had somebody prompting him.
no, it's a planned thing, right? Okay, look at that coward
Yeah, sure.
Slatan, right? Slatan was one of the guys that were giving him backings. Those are the guys that promised him. And don't forget, Slatan is part of the video's crew. Slatan and Naramali, they don't see each other, they fight. That kind of a thing. Sheyi, I don't know why, I don't understand the area of that part.
But then I
Sheyi
also
used to
thought that
Sheyi used to be
Naramali and
Sheyi
Davido
used to
had a
be
relationship.
and she used to be with the Malian. So, and I believe that since whatever happened between and Slatan, right? And don't forget, Slatan and Mohbad, they knew each other from Ikorodu, not from the Malians. Okay, they're both from Ikorodu. They knew each other very well, right? So they're good
Even
pals.
Naramali was the one that also brought out Lantern too now.
No,
Lantern too is Naramali's person.
no,
He
no,
was
no,
part
no,
of the Malians. Was he not part of the
no,
Malians?
no,
Was he not part of the
no,
Malians?
no.
Naira. Used to be
Yeah.
friends with Naira.
He was friends with Naira. He was in and out of
Mm.
Naramali's this thing too
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we
I
they
think
used
they
to,
fell.
we
I
they
think
used
they
to,
fell out when Zlatan knew that he wasn't having a good relationship with Naira, or maybe was he pretending? Why would you left your big man? I don't
all
understand.
these things. These people they are all kind of. That's why I said. That's why I said. See. That's why I said. See, Maje,
Listen,
you carried
uh,
people from your gas house, people that were loyal to your former boss, people that were loyal to your former boss. You and drinking and whining and doing everything with them, and you are singing plenty enemy way they follow me. Are you not the one that carried your enemies to follow you?
mm,
Abi?
yeah,
Because they are all his enemies today. Because none of them can speak up for him. None of them is fighting for him. None of them is defending him. Everybody
I
is
think
keeping.
when you look at that frenemies, it's more of a kind of prophetic uh,
Yes.
story.
Yes. You know
Honestly
what his
speaking,
songs were putting
it's
out?
Not one single friend can come out and say,
All his songs, even where he sang, Abe Reality. I
it's
mean,
very crazy song.
I
I know, but
Mm.
even that one, he brought that one
same.
with him to
Same.
Malian house. He already
And so, maybe some people have spirit. I mean, some people are very spiritual without knowing it.
he
Some
didn't
without knowing it.
he
Some
didn't
people,
Mm.
some
No,
people say
no.
things and it comes
Mohbad
to
is very aware. He's very aware of his talent. He's very aware. When you look at the
you think
convo
he's
between
aware of
him
his
and Naramale,
spirituality. You think he's
he's
aware of his
very,
I
spirituality.
think he had
he's
Aware of his
very.
I
spirituality.
think he had
I want to say he was struggling between being a full God child or being after money. Honestly,
being bad
he
and
got
being
caught
good.
in me. Yeah. No, because he's focusing on money. Listen, Mohbad is a very focused
And
guy.
then he will
Honestly
remember the
speaking,
Bible again.
exactly, he's a very focused guy. But he's aware. He was very aware. He was very aware of his
Reading
talent.
my Psalms, I'm so
Listen,
biblical.
he's very aware. Listen, when you to the extent when you listen to the conversation between him and Mumi, about all those things, Gumapa and all that. He even
Eh,
said it. He warned her. But okay,
you say
after
Ogun, you say
you
Olorun,
got rid
you
of me,
say
but
Allah.
this will be your last. you know, the guy is aware of himself. He's very quiet, looking at when he wants to joke, he jokes and all that. But most of the time, before his team, especially when he was writing the Bless album, this guy will stay in his lab
In the
24
studio.
hours. Piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
Richie,
Because because
I'm not talking about him being aware of his talent. I'm talking about him being aware of his spiritual power, his spirituality.
Mm.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
aware of it now. Even
I don't
and like
think
I do
so.
know, remember his
You know,
joke,
some
right?
people. Let me tell you something. Some people they dream, and things happen. They dream. They say things and happen, and they
He
just take
said
it.
he's not a prophet, but he can see future. He
And they
don't
just take it
acknowledge
with
that
a
he's a
pinch.
prophet. He
They
just say,
take
I'm
it.
not a prophet, I
Wait,
can see future.
listen, they take it with a pinch of salt. They don't take it seriously. Because if he was actually seeing things, dreaming dreams, and he was using that in his lyrics, some people they just get. Was probably getting his inspiration
I'm sure he
from
dreamt
his
of
dreams.
himself dead
He
several
was
times.
probably getting
Yeah.
his inspiration from his dreams
When they remove
and
his hat, huh?
translating that into
Yeah,
his
look at that one that he did in
music
the
video.
weekend, that he removed his
Yes.
hat.
He
Kai.
was probably seeing those things
He
in his
held his
dreams.
hat in his hand.
He was wait, Ezekwe, let me finish. He was probably seeing those things in his dreams, or
I'm sure.
he was probably having premonitions. You know when you
Mm.
have and he would just say, this is a good inspiration. He probably was not aware that he was being warned.
Ah,
Because if he
okay.
was aware,
Let
I think he would have been more
okay.
careful.
Let me tell you that he's aware, right? There was one of his interview, right? He
Mm.
said when he was depressed, there was going through a lot, thinking, and he said at one point he started trying to write gospel music, and he said he now pinch himself, hey, oh boy, if you go this direction,
You will not make
you
money.
Money no go
you
dey.
go to make money,
You will make money, yeah.
you know,
And listen.
and
Richie, you're
when
still
you
mixing two things up. You're talking about
yeah.
talent. Me, I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking about his
No,
spirituality.
no, I'm saying he's aware.
The
When you
fact that
listen,
he wanted to sing gospel does not mean he was in touch with the spiritual side. No, he was just thinking, okay, I know Bible, I can write Christian songs.
Mm-hmm.
Talking,
Mm-hmm.
talking about
if you want to use the word that is yet to fully discover themselves, yet to fully discover themselves, if he struggle between the good and the bad side. But it's always
definitely we
have
know
that,
that.
it's always having that. Listen, this is my own awareness. It's somebody that always have that fairness
And
of
then
God.
that thing that he
He
was
Yes.
knew.
eating too was affecting him. Oh. His
Mm,
mind was always messed up.
mm.
It
No, no,
cost him a
listen,
lot. That's why he
listen.
was so paranoid. I'm telling you, that
Okay,
thing
oh, no, listen.
causes paranoia.
I don't.
It does.
1 minute, please.
I love
After
indeed.
he cleaned up, he cleaned up himself. He doesn't smoke and all those things anymore. But you have to listen to the Bless album or most of his song. He's always
Let
referring
me tell you
to
something. Eh?
gospel's line, and he even called himself light. He called
How
himself
long?
so
How long was
many.
he clean for?
Was
How
So
he
long?
this is what I'm
was
saying
he
to you now. I said,
absolutely
You know,
clean?
cleaning up takes a while
I
because
know
he
Exactly.
had
now.
already
I
messed with
know.
his mind.
Clean. He wasn't.
Listen, listen. I understand what you're saying.
Mm,
Clean up. Listen, you have to give it to him because let's be realistic. If you take highs, crack, right,
mm.
to win yourself out of it, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's a crazy stuff. Are you
Mm-hmm.
getting the point?
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah.
Without any a guide therapy, right? To have come out of that. That means he has a strong will, right?
How do
To
you
come
know
out
he
of that.
stopped it? How do you know?
Sorry?
How do you know he stopped taking it?
His friend didn't
You
say
know now. Like, can you that?
He
no, but
probably
he
reduced.
replaced
And
it. You know how
kò lè débi tó dé tí ó bá stop
He
ẹ̀ pàdé kí
probably
ni ò dá
reduced
sẹ́ you
the
don't understand.
intake. He probably reduced. You
Ah,
don't just stop that thing like that. So he
no, I
probably
know it's a gradual process now. I understand, but said to have stopped it, right?
he said.
Because you go through withdrawal, you go through cold turkey, that kind of a thing. Yeah, before you can completely get out of
That's
your
it.
system. Yeah, it's a gradual process. You cannot say I want to stop now. You stop, right? But all I'm saying is,
Anyway,
during that time that he has developed that self antidote
don't
that I
forget
want to
that the
come
wife
out.
said he was high.
And
You don't believe the wife.
Flakes, we are missing two things now. We are missing two things now. MSDs. Tó bá ju MSD méjì
I
sẹ́nu
don't know
tó
those
tó
things.
gbé tó gbé original lórí ó máa high now.
Okay.
I'm talking of ecstasy. If you ecstasy, if
Okay.
you
you're saying he cleaned it.
I don't believe. I'm just
He
saying I don't
wasn't
believe.
clean then. If he's taking what you said he took MSD, so it's not clean.
Even if he
No,
was
I'm
not
just
taking
no, no,
anything,
no, no.
see, even if he wasn't taking
I'm only
anything, the
making
fact
an
that that thing
example.
had
One
messed
minute,
up his mind at some point, it will
one
take
minute.
a while for him
Those
to
things,
be
especially
totally.
that
You're
crack,
not
it
getting the
causes
point.
paranoia. They become very paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
They become schizophrenic.
listen. You're right about crack, right? Highs, all of this now you're mentioning. The worst word that can pie somebody, that waste somebody's life is crack. Believe
Yeah, of
me,
course.
Yeah,
Because you can easily
it's the
overdose
most
on it as well.
it's the most dangerous drug.
it's so addictive that it
Yeah.
messes you up completely.
So all this marijuana or this
Mm-hmm.
balloon thing is
These ones
secondary.
are social. These
Yeah.
ones
Those
are
ones
But
social
are
touch.
those ones just make you float now. Just be
These
exactly.
ones are for
But that
social.
thank you. But that crack extremely expensive and you wreck somebody's life. Believe me.
good.
Well, guys,
If if he didn't win himself away from him, Mo would not be Mo. He would not be popular. He would not be able to write music anymore. Trust me.
but this
That's how
other boy
dangerous.
that they have now maligned, they've now, stigmatized with this being the king of ice now. Is it real?
But that
I
one
don't
Oh,
care.
see.
That one
I
doesn't
don't.
care. That one's not even answering anybody.
I don't even think that
oh,
one can take anything more
who are
than
you talking about?
She's talking
Bella.
about Bella.
Bella, my mom, money, Bella. You don't leave Bella alone.
So why are they calling him king of ice? That is the one that told him give more ice.
Said he introduced him
Yeah,
twice.
That even his wife reported him to his father.
yeah. Bella is a spoiled brat. Although he did well for Mo, but he didn't do well in the end. When he used to call Mo to concert in Lasso, that Mo should come and perform. So Mo actually got popular through him as well at one point. You know.
But there was one
So
particular time that they went to that lasso and the boys chased them out of the school or something.
yeah,
There was
now
one messy experience like that. I saw it.
I don't want to get there.
You said what?
Anyway, I said I don't want to go to that route anymore. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
You don't want to
but
go to that one?
I said I don't want to go to that route anymore.
This Richie, I'm suspecting you now. This Richie, I'm suspecting you now. Thinking that
No, at
because
what age, my
they
sister?
have some
My sister.
common
I like
interest. You had some
so.
common interest, right?
No, I'm not talking about now. Maybe in your younger years.
No, I wasn't a
Probably.
gangster. I wasn't a gangster. We I experienced a lot of youthful exuberance, okay? But
Obviously.
Even listen, even back in the days when I was in University of Ife, there's so many a lot of cultism and all that, but I refuse to belong to any of them. I know
Wow.
all of them. I
Two of my
boldly I
brothers went
walk
to that school.
boldly I walk through all of them. I know them that they dare not touch me. You know,
You that you said you were
I
sending
don't
people to
go.
go and help you take care of some business. Thank God that nobody fine on your neck. We
You
would have
know,
been analyzing your case tonight.
no, no. You know, it's you know that time I don't know, but let me just keep quiet. You know, you move among the boys, and you have a you have an influence. Put it that way, that kind of a thing. So, which is why I understand that it's not rocket science.
No, but you
Normally,
know that those days the kind of gangs that they used to have on campus, the kind of all these associations that they had, they were very subtle. Oh.
They were not to.
They were.
thank my
Were
sister
not.
Olagbara.
You only need to offend them. Oh. They are not. They were not.
if
I'm
if
saying that
if you come to
they are not
The only thing
see the
what
way
you're
they
trying to
do
no
say
that
is
no
they used to do it on the G. They never showed themselves
yeah
as a public.
now.
thank
But
you
now people are
thank
showing
you
So
I like
wait
it. This is what
now.
I'm saying.
My own university, my university that I went to University of Ibadan, and the pirates confraternity started from Ibadan. There was Aye, there was black cats. Yes, they had all sorts, and they used to even sail during the day. They had their week. I had people in my class that were that were in cults. They were normal civil people. They were very brilliant. They were not into all this jaggedy jargon all over the place. Honestly, when
So
after I left
are you
university,
aware of the pirates?
that's what I'm saying now. The pirates started from my school. Saying now the pirates started from my school. They were still professors when I was in university. They were in the school. They were lecturers. Do you get lecturers? Do you get?
Hmm.
And they will be sailing during the day with their red beret and everything. Everybody used to see them. They didn't used to hide their faces. They used to sell their magazine from room to room. They had this copy magazine.
Ah, okay.
They had
So
they were
that means you must be in the uni in the late 80s then, right?
in the
80s,
80s.
87.
I was in the uni
Yeah,
in the 80s. So at
yeah.
the end of the
Okay.
day, they were normal people. Do you get what I'm saying? And everybody knew that they
Yeah.
used to have their rivalry. But it wasn't like the way it became after we left school that we were hearing people were shooting, they used to kill themselves. In fact, there was a particular incident in Ife that, some boys were murdered in their sleep at night. So many
Bariado
people were
wants to
killed.
go. Good night to
So many, okay,
wants to
you
sign
know.
out now.
So,
Good night
so,
to Papariano.
so me,
Good
I
night
didn't
to
understand
everyone.
this, the
I'm
very
leaving.
wicked cultism that they're doing in Nigeria these days. When I read about it,
Good
I'm
night,
just,
Uncle Flakes. Good night,
anyway,
Uncle
good
Flakes.
night, everyone.
Mm.